Yo, what is going down, y'all? Welcome in the most underrated podcast. Thomas the Franchise, the homie Dow Palantonio sitting across from me. JJ Stringstein here at the end of the table, broadcasting from Certified Tattoo Studios. You already know. It was funny. I was telling you it was going to be a Tom Petty song this whole day, the whole morning, and you were trying to guess the intros.
Yeah.
You gave me every Tom Petty song except for Last Dance with Mary Jane.
I thought it was too easy.
Dance. Some people are still dancing. Some teams are still dancing. You know what I mean? It's the tournament. I'm trying to tie it all together.
Okay.
You dig?
Okay.
So, speaking of dancing, how's your bracket doing, bro?
Decent. I think I'm in 10th or 11th place in our little bracketology of madness.
That was fun. That was the bracket conversation for the show. Welcome in, the most underrated
enjoy.
podcast. There's really not much more to say on that one.
Yeah.
Mine is in the toilet. We don't even really talk about it. No, mine's actually, I'm climbing out. I'm doing well. We'll get into the bracket conversation in a minute. We'll talk some, we got a lot of stuff to get into the show. We obviously have the March Madness, everything that went on over the weekend. We have the YouTube comments, sneakers and hype, or sneakers and fashion, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Sneakers and hype. And we have a bunch of underrated news stuff. Obviously, Gronk retiring, Nikki Bella retiring, Lonzo Ball leaving Big Baller Brand. A lot of different stuff to jump into today. A lot of topics to explore. How was your weekend, Dal? What'd you do other than watch the tourney?
I stayed pretty glued at the tourney, man. Obviously, I worked, but man, that YouTube TV coming in the clutch, man, on the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't beat it. But yeah, a lot of March Madness stuff. Multiple brackets, multiple leagues that I'm in this season. But for me this weekend, what was the highlights? We didn't have our fulfilled date night that we promised to do because
we're getting in date routine. So you guys went 1 week and you're out.
Well, so no, we did do it.
Sounds like my style.
But we included Robin's mom and her sister and husband. So we still had our date night, but it was a kind of a family style date night. So it was cool, man. We went to this place called Family Jones down in the Highlands. A little too fancy for me, man. I've, like I said, I've been getting my palate a little bit more educated here lately.
Yeah.
Fuck this place. It's not for me, man.
Not your style?
I told Robin that too when we left. I'm like, hey, seriously, there was a something roasted chicken sandwich on there that I got, and it was pretty decent. But it was very small portions at a very high price is what I thought.
That's what I hate. That's the thing I hate most about going to expensive spots.
Yeah.
I'll go to them. I'll try some new shit, some shit that I'm not really used to, but that's what kills me is spending the big money for very little.
And having to go eat Taco Bell afterwards.
Yes.
It's the worst. Yeah.
Exactly.
I will tell you, this place had badass cocktails. I tried a few. I didn't have my own because I'm not a real cocktail guy. I can understand it, but for me, I'm just a beer guy. Like, I want one beer with my meal and some waters, and I'm out. But they didn't serve beer there.
Oh,
kind of a weird spot. It was just a spirits
What's
joint.
the place called again?
Family Jones.
I'll be sure to avoid it.
I'll be sure to not go.
Thank you.
Aside from that, I did fill up the love tank in one way this weekend. So Robin leaves yesterday morning, going to her teach a yoga class or go to a yoga class. I can't remember. I think it was just attending a yoga class. And of course, it has to be super far away from the house, and what's made it really convenient. So she's getting ready to hop on I-25 from E-470, the tollway, right? And right where E-470 merges with 25, it's super fucking busy, right?
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know that area if you're local here. Yep, flat tire, straight on rim.
Oh,
okay.
Shit. In the 4Runner?
No, in her little Mazda,
Okay.
her CX-5.
Yeah.
So she gives me a call, and I'm still in bed. Okay, I'm still relaxing in bed. I've got the bed head that my hair is so crazy in the morning, dude. I might even still have a semi-hard boner, man, because I haven't woken up yet. You know what I'm saying? I may be still rocking some morning wood. So I gotta go.
Too much info. Yes, I'm sure our 99% listener populace really appreciates.
I'm sure that they understand.
They're loving that.
Hey,
thank you.
I'm sure they understand, man. It's early in the morning, man.
Hair everywhere. Hair going all over.
I've got to go. I've got to go shove it in the door just so it goes away and just get back to it.
I had to
back in the cut. So anyways, I had to hop in the 4Runner real quick and go rescue her. So I had to go get on the tollway. So it's going to cost me. It's costing her. So it literally costs me money to go rescue her off of E-470.
Shit.
So, and it's super busy.
Wait,
so,
tell me again, what day was this?
Yesterday morning.
Okay, so this is Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Did she know what caused it? Was it just a blowout? She hit a nail?
Well, yes, we did find a mass puncture in there, according to Big O Tires. Which
okay, yeah.
So they found a big puncture in there, so it wasn't fixable. So we are getting her 4 new tires. She's had some losing of pressure in some of her tires here lately, but this one, she obviously hit a nail or something that went through the tire. But so I had to go rescue her, and that was fine, no problem, man. I just hopped out of bed, got my shit together real quick, and took care of her. Got Jeff Gordon style real quick on the pit because I had to be super quick, dude. Dude, on the highway when it's so busy like that, I'm worried that somebody throws like a can out.
Yeah.
It could knock me out.
Yep.
These people are flying. You know what I mean?
For real.
Like, it's dangerous.
Was it
dude.
passenger side or driver side?
Driver side.
Yeah, that's super scary.
So even worse. But if it would have been passenger side, that would have been really hard because we would have had to flip the car around. Because as you know, we've had a lot of snow here, right? So the ground was too soft.
Gotcha.
I had to have concrete.
Yeah.
There was no way that jack would just sink
right
in the side, because it was just so muddy. But luckily, we were able to park the car in a way where I didn't get hit, obviously, because I'm here today. That's the good news. But I was able to get that thing off and the donut on within probably 8 minutes.
That shit's terrible. That happened to me on 225 like a month and a half ago. Remember I got a flat tire on the side of 225. It was like night 2. It was like late night. So I guess a few months back now. But luckily for me, it was on the driver's side as well. Mm-hmm. But I pulled off to the shoulder on the fast lane, so my car was against the wall.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I was still on the inside.
Yeah.
I could have pulled over. If you're on go all the way to the right shoulder or the slow lane, then the driver's side is going to be facing traffic.
Right.
So I pulled off in the fast lane side.
That's dope.
Which is not the smartest. Sometimes they always tell you to pull off the other way, but I wanted to shield myself. I wanted to be inside. I mean, I guess if someone's texting and driving and not paying attention and they swerve over there and then overcorrect and smoke your car, now you're pinned up against the wall.
They hit your car and the car
killed.
smashes you. So
it is what it is. Like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? You're going to be scared and not change your tire. Or you're going to change the tire and try to move along and maybe die in the process.
What's 225? Don't you have enough room on the right side though?
There's more room. There's the more room. Like, that's what I'm saying. I was inside. I had the car and I was between myself and the wall, or between the car and the wall. So it wasn't like I wasn't saying I was complaining that I didn't have enough room, but it
just
still
like
feels...
on that road, it seemed like that would have been the smarter idea because you could, on the right side, you have more road to go on to. So
yeah, but that's me knowing my car and stuff. You're going out there dealing with a car you don't know. You don't know what the jack's like. You don't know what. That's kind of my fear with my new whip. I haven't had that happen. Yeah. Obviously, I just got the whip, but I know at some point. I think it's maybe SUV tires. I don't know. Maybe it's a little less common than cars getting flats. I don't know. I feel like I would get a flat once every few months on my other car, bro.
Oh,
I probably changed out. I don't know. I hit the amount of screws and nails and shit that I ran over and got flats in that car. I probably switched that tire out 3 or 4 times a year.
Oh no!
It was like I was getting a flat a quarter.
Yeah,
like every quarter I was getting a flat tire, dude.
Yeah, that's heavy. That's a lot of flats.
Super annoying. So
yeah, that was kind of my weekend, and then obviously the dinner was last night.
Yeah.
So we originally were supposed to go out on Saturday night, and then the family kind of got involved, which is cool, man. I encourage Robin to obviously spend as much time as she can with her family, based off of what just happened with her pops and that kind of stuff. So it's great to see them, and they're great people. So yeah, it was a good night.
Nice.
Other than the shitty.
Yeah.
Portions.
For sure.
So
it was my lady's birthday, so we had a good weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of filling up the love tank, or what I thought was filling up the love tank. Here's what I learned this weekend, fellas. You got to do. You got to make sure your focus is in all areas, man. With women, you can be putting a lot of focus in one area and neglect another area and not even know it.
Yeah.
Not even think about it, and don't even feel like you're neglecting that area. Just feel like everything's fine. But unless you're getting communication from the other side, you don't know you're fucking up either.
Yeah.
So that's on her, or that's on the person that needs to communicate that a little bit too. But my weekend was really good. Other than that, I mean, I filled the love tank in a few areas that was awesome. But then in other areas, I kind of neglected that, and so that kind of sucked, a little bit. But overall, it was a really good weekend, man. We went to had a spa, little massage set up, spa, little what's that?
Did you do a couples massage, like where you both were getting?
No. I wanted. they offered us to like do it and be in the same room.
Yeah.
I wanted her to have her own shit and be
cool.
comfortable and have her own deal and be, dude, she doesn't need me in there fucking cracking jokes and talking to the therapist and like, you know what I mean? Like she needs to be in there relaxing. Like,
totally. I'm so relaxed. I'm farting in there. Like you don't want to be with me. You don't want to hang with me.
You don't want to be with me.
Okay. Let's not be like that.
Yeah. I wanted her to get her own thing, relax. The only thing that's shitty is the place we went, you're allowed to come in and enjoy the amenities before and after. They give you a dope ass robe and some slippers and all that stuff, but it's separated, you know, so your areas are separated. So the women's area, you go in, she has her own spa and jacuzzi and steam room and all that shit. Mm-hmm. And then on the men's side, you have your own. So it's cool, but if you want to do it as an experience together, you can't really do that. It doesn't really become an experience together because does that make sense? You're separated.
Yeah.
You're going to do your massage. She's going to do her massage. And then afterwards or before, whatever you decide, if you want to go sit in the jacuzzi or sit whatever, you're not sitting together. You're not doing any of that together. So it's not only the massage that's separate. Everything is separate.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
So kind of that's the only thing that I would say. I mean, it's a little bit of it kind of stinks a little bit because you don't get to spend that time. But she was cool. She enjoyed it. She had a great time. Went to Papados for dinner Saturday night. Really good. You know, steak and shrimp or seafood. And we got a bunch. That's what we did. We did a bunch of seafood. We just shared a couple different plates. It was awesome.
Dope.
Had a really good weekend, man. Picked up this joint. Oh, also, you notice I'm looking real Italian drug dealer today. And
that's
in the tracksuit, you got the windbreaker on. You got the gold chains, the chest hair popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These joints right here are these. Oh, these aren't my Cartiers. I freaking left those left them on the counter. I was going to grab them right before I left. But shout out to my guy Thomas at Ascent Eyes in Parker. I'm going down there tomorrow, and he made some custom lenses for those Gucci frames that I have that just had like the Gucci ones in it. He's going to pop those out and put the new joints in right before I go to Vegas. So I'm super pumped on that.
Oh yeah.
Have some new frames there along with the Cartiers to take out there. So like I said, man, go see my guy Thomas at Ascent Eyes in Parker. If you need to get yourself right, it's at Ascent Eyes on Instagram. They ship, they do custom stuff, high-end fashion lens or high-end fashion frames, vintage frames, anything you're looking to get, man. Make sure you check out my guy there. But I also did pick up this joint this weekend, and this is the USB mic, this Samson USB mic that we're going to hopefully be able to use. JJ and I are going to do some testing here later today, but I think hopefully we'll be able to run this through. I can plug into this while I'm on the road. You can plug into here like normal, and then hopefully we'll be able to Skype. Okay. To be honest, I don't know if you even need to plug into this whole setup. I think you could just use JJ's Zoom recorder and record the audio that way. So today we're going to figure out a couple of different things, whether we can record two separate audios and then put them together, and then we need to put them together to make the cast, and I'll do all that and then just send you the final version, JJ, so you can put it with the video. Or if I'm just going to record all the audio on my side just the way we do now, I kind of record everything in here into my laptop all at once, but I'm not sure how this is going to work if I'm going to have my soundboard and all that stuff with it. So I need to try to figure all the logistics of that out today. And then how do we tie it all together? How do we connect? I'm assuming Skype would probably be the easiest way. I know there's different podcasting tools. There's different things you can use. So I'm going to look into some of those today too and try to figure that out. But went ahead and got this yesterday. So I'm hoping that everything works the way I want it to work.
We can keep this party running.
What happened with Vegas? Are you going to Vegas, or what ended up happening?
I looked at tickets, and they're about $340, $320 for a round trip. And like I said, if I throw you a couple chucks, staying like in a pull-out bed or something like that they can move to your room, I think it still might be doable.
Yeah.
$340. What'd you pay for round trip tickets?
It is doable. Yeah. I had rewards points.
Oh.
So yeah,
man.
I got I don't even know.
You got taken care of.
I got hooked up.
Love it.
For the room and for the flight.
Yeah.
Use rewards points, cash out. So I don't know what I paid. But if you are going to go, then we don't need to worry about this. Well, I guess we still need to worry about it when you go to Florida next week.
Yeah.
Is that next week?
It's the 3rd through the 8th.
That's next week.
Is it already? God,
yeah,
dang.
Because
it is. It's Tuesday of next week, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So you and your lady are going on that trip.
Yep.
We're going to need the mics and everything for that. You thought, going back to this jumpsuit for a second, I was initially going to throw on the White Mountaineering NMDs because it just fits.
Oh, that would be perfect.
It's perfect, right? Yeah. Instead, I went with the Static Yeezys, all white, clean pair. I was looking at it and I was telling my girl, I was like, man, there's a fine line between just looking fresh in the tracksuit just looking, little vintage 80s, drug dealer action.
I thought it was Tommy Hilfiger at first.
No, it's not. It's just the colors.
It does have some Tommy colors, that's for sure.
But I do have a Tommy Polo on underneath,
really?
which is also the colors. Yeah. So, but anyway, there's a fine line between looking like that and looking like Captain America. You know what I mean? So you don't want to you don't want to
overdo it.
You don't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
So I put on the White Mountaineering NMDs a couple different times.
Yeah.
And I'm walking around like, damn, this shit looks fresh. Like, this is super dope.
Yeah.
I could take the thumbnail with this. The people that rock with the cast would love it. But at the end of the day, I still got to wear this the rest of the day. I got to roll around town in this thing. It just felt a little, like I said, there's a little bit of a fine line there.
Like you'd be doing the most.
Bring both pairs and then after the cast, just switch them out.
I didn't want to do that either.
Okay.
I didn't want to be lugging pairs around. Like, I mean, I don't know.
That's just
I think
one
these
more
are.
pair.
I think these statics are fine.
Okay.
What do you think? The statics are not fine?
No,
Hey,
they're great. I'm just saying.
The statics are on the rise again. Do you see what the reflectives are? Damn near $1,000 now.
Reflectives, yeah, of course.
And those are
always
now.
high.
Now those are damn near 400.
No shit.
Yeah.
You still have yours DS?
Yes.
Shocking.
Dog shit.
Don't wear any shoes.
Don't.
What's new?
Hey, you know what I am
Sits
wearing?
on them all until he can make money out of it.
Check out what I am wearing. I'm wearing the color blocked hoodie today.
Yes, the Supreme.
So it's cool. I like it, man. I do like the way it looks. That being said, it still fits shitty.
What do you mean?
This is a large.
Okay.
And it just feels so bad quality, man. Like, the Apple Supreme shirt,
yeah.
it's the same quality. It's the same shit quality, if you ask
Right.
me. So the sizing is weird. Usually large is a little bit big for me. No, this feels like a medium.
So the only thing that's better quality is it has the big S stitched in.
That's
it. The hoodie-wise itself, it doesn't feel like a good hoodie.
It's the same.
So safe to say on the rest of the drops, are you copying any hoodies?
I think I'm out. I think I'm out on the hoodies.
You're two hoodies in, 0 for 2 on the
Yeah.
quality of them.
Yeah.
Or you 0 for 2 on you enjoying them.
Yeah, the quality should have been better on this, obviously, because you have the embroidery.
That's
But
insane though, because it looks so comfortable.
Yeah.
With that Apple hoodie, it literally looked like shit. Like,
Yeah.
That was
I thought they both looked fine. I don't know.
yeah, it fits weird, man. Large hoodies should be just a little big on me. That is what 98% of them are. We go back to Supreme. You got to go smaller in the t-shirts, and it seems like you got to go bigger in the hoodies. I don't understand, man. I'm just confused.
So you're in on all future hoodies.
I'm out on all future hoodies.
No, you're in.
So I don't know. I thought I'd wear it for the cast, give it a shot, but I don't know, man. I might try to get rid of it. Might do a little trade or something. We'll see what.
Trade on that hoodie?
Yeah.
Wow, you're already out on it. Have you washed it yet?
No.
Just wore it one time.
Took it out of the bag today.
What are we talking for trade? What are you asking?
I don't know, man.
Are we putting that on the trading block right now on the cast live? Are you saying that hoodie is on the trade block?
Yeah, I think so.
If someone's interested, what size is it?
It's a large.
It is a large. If someone's interested in a large,
Yeah.
But
Supreme,
it's like a medium.
I think it fits like a medium.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
So watch out.
Large fits like a medium.
Yep.
So if you're a true to size medium,
This is yours.
Ochi, where's
Yeah.
Ochi at?
Ochi needs this.
Yeah, Ochi needs that in his life.
Yeah, I'll probably just sell it to Ochi real quick.
Yeah.
I'll just go by the store today.
Sell him that. Sell him your other Supreme ashtray.
Yeah, no doubt.
Do it all.
No doubt. So, well, all right. What else? What else you got for me?
All right, so check it out, man. The tournament over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Let's jump into that.
What the hell? man?
Dude, JJ, I've never seen someone so locked in to the tournament. Now, this is his first time ever doing a bracket.
Yeah.
I have never cared about basketball so much in my life.
Dude.
It has become an addiction.
Wow.
It's actually very unhealthy.
Are you just trying to secure the bag? Is that what the motivation is? What's going on here?
I actually haven't even thought about securing the bag. I
What?
just want to win. Like, I'm just in a competitive mode, because I even told you guys a while back when we first ended the heaters, I was telling you guys that I did pick 'em and I did really well, and that was my first year doing that. So I wanted to just come out the gate swinging with this shit. So
Serious.
Dang.
I tried to. I actually kept up pretty well. There was some teams that, I guess, to give some insight of how I picked this, I was Wednesday night, I told myself I need to do some research, pick my teams. Well, ironically enough, I missed that completely. I woke up on Thursday morning. I had 5 minutes before I had to leave for the podcast. I literally just went through my phone, picked as many teams as I could, set everything in place, and then just came in. So just kind of after seeing some of these picks, I'm like, dang, I wish I should have just went that way. Why did I pick that? Especially like teams like Baylor against Gonzaga. That was an obvious pick. But Other than that, I just wanted to win. I was keeping up there this weekend.
He was into
though.
it. Yeah. He was into it.
I took some major L's for sure.
Did you get any work done this weekend?
I struggled.
Yeah.
I struggled.
You're on the struggle bus for sure, but I like the competition, JJ.
I watched 6 games in one day. It was really bad.
Dang.
Never been locked in on basketball before.
Wow.
Now he's in. What about let's start with your bracket. You pulled ahead yesterday. You had a pretty good day yesterday, so you pulled ahead of JJ.
Mm-hmm.
JJ was holding it down for the cast, and he was getting very excited. And you know what I told him? I remember my bracket after the first day of March Madness.
Totally.
First 2 days.
Technically, I have more correct picks than you. You just have more possible points than I do. So technically, I'm beating you right now.
Hey, a W is a W. It looks
What
like...
are we talking about? We're the first weekend in. What are we talking about W's? We still got a ways to go here, fellas.
JJ.
I'm not talking about W's. I'm just saying I'm beating him
Hey,
right
Wouldn't
now.
it floor me if I ended up in front of both of you guys?
Yeah. JJ, what's your ranking right now? What are you?
14th.
I'm 11th out of 34, so you should probably just shut your mouth. That's
Dang.
what I think. Yeah.
I still have
Looks
more
like I got you.
correct picks. How many correct picks?
All right, tell
do
me.
you have?
Go to your Sweet 16. How many teams do you guys have left in the Sweet 16? Red obviously doesn't count. They're crossed out. So what do you guys have left? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 out of 16 remaining. How about you guys?
13.
13.
I have
Stringer. 11. So 11, 12, 13 out of 16 remaining. So we're all pretty close.
Yeah.
So scoring right now, I mean,
None of us have a chance to win this thing. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
no. And that's what I got hit up by a lot of people like, oh, fool, you're terrible. You're in the basement, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's week. It's day 1.
Yeah.
It's day 2. Whatever it is at this time. Let's relax. Number 1. For 2, when I go to pick a bracket, I'm going for broke. I'm not doing conservative. I'm not going chalk. I go with a lot of upsets, and I went with a ton of upsets day 1, and I went with too many upsets week 1.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's be real. So, or day 1, I went with a ton of upsets, and it cost me. But let's call it what it is here. There's no second place.
Mm-mm.
Me sitting here with myself, with Dallas, with JJ. Who's in second place right here? Chris V. He's in second place. Me and Chris V are identical right now. We're both not getting paid. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you're at. If you're not keep your eye on the prize.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
If you ain't first, you're last.
That's the homie Joey in first right now. Keep your eye on the prize. We'll see what happens going into this weekend. He looks like he's in a good spot. Not only is he in first, but he's got 182 points remaining.
Wow.
Possible.
Yeah, no doubt.
Which I think is the highest. He has 54 points locked in, but 182 total points is what's possible for him. Mm-hmm. So I think that's he's got a really good shot there.
That's the Joey from the front here at Certified. Yeah?
No. I asked him. I don't know who this Joey is.
Oh, wow.
This is just Joey.
Keep your eye on the prize.
Did Joey send you his bracket money? Did you get bracket money for Keep Your Eye on the Prize? That's another interesting. Because then your boy Chris V down in second place.
Take the W.
Yeah, might slide right in there. So I don't know what your
Yeah, I'll have to look at that. I've got my.
if he didn't send his bracket money full.
Yeah, my Venmo is just being killed. So
I bet.
And the deadline was last night at midnight. So
we talked about it. We mentioned it.
So if anybody sends me anything now, I'm just gonna send it back. So have fun.
What games did you enjoy over the weekend?
It looks like Joey did. He did. NCAA bracket. Keep your eye on the prize. Joey sent me the 10.
Nice.
And
all right,
4
Joey.
days ago. So Joey's good.
Good job, Joey.
Way to follow instructions.
I thought he was about to take that L on the way out.
No doubt.
Thought he was about to, but now he's good to go. What games did you watch this weekend intently, or what games did you find most fascinating or most interesting? Did you get to watch any full games? Was it one of those things where I was pretty busy, so I was like jumping in second half of games? I didn't get to watch many full games.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you at?
I was jumping on. I watched the Michigan State full game. Their most recent. That's pretty interesting because I love Tom Izzo, man. That guy. We'll actually get into it with the SVP. We have an SVP soundbite, I think.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that next.
But yeah, Tom Izzo, or Coach Izzo, he is just a very intense coach. You know what I mean? But he, his school, his program has one of the least amount of transfer outs. This guy has loyalty. He has rapport. He can argue with his people. He can love his people. I just really, him as a coach really inspires me as a leader myself at a T-Mobile store. I try to make sure that my leadership is some of what he does. So I really study him, and I like his program. I like what he does. So that was a great game. So I got to watch that full game. I wasn't able to watch the KU game because I didn't want to see. You
didn't watch it all?
I watched a little bit of it. We were eating dinner.
Okay, that's right.
Robin Mueller and myself were at Real de Minas eating some Mexican food over the weekend, which was super dope. So I caught a little bit of it, but man, I was super bummed. And then of course getting the text from my boy Chise saying, "Hey man, it's still early. Don't worry about it, man. I think KU's got this though."
I said, I was like, "Hey, don't worry, dude. I'm not going to jinx them because I'm going out to dinner. I'm going out to my own dinner, so don't worry. They're going to come back. I'm turning the TV off.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry."
And the text alone was enough to jinx it. So,
I didn't
appreciate you.
I'm only one man. I didn't know.
Can't even wear my KU colors.
You didn't wear your KU colors last week. Let's be real. You weren't all in on this team.
Let's just admit they're a bad team.
Let's be real. If you were all on this, if you were all in on this team before this tournament started, you're loyal to a fault.
Yeah,
you're wearing the blue and yellow glasses.
Yeah.
The KU Jayhawk color glasses, whatever it is. This team was not a good team all year.
Unfortunately,
we saw them this year. We saw them lose time after time after time. Games they should not have lose. We saw them involved in close games that shouldn't have been close. Week after week this year.
Yeah,
they just were not an impressive team. And I have homies that are big KU fans, and they took them all the way to the ship. And I understand you're a fan, guys, but if you watched the team all year, this just wasn't their year.
See, and I'm too realistic. I really am.
Right.
I love my team. I'll rep them. I'll rep them to the day that I die. But unfortunately, you have to be realistic, and you can't put this stuff that we do and that we talk about can't be all emotion.
Right.
We just can't.
You can, but it's not.
Yeah, it's
not going to go well.
It's not, man. So this was the worst. This is the worst KU team in 10 years plus, and I knew that. And I knew that going into this bracket. I took them, and I actually took them in the first round. I knew they'd probably pull that one out, but I knew second round they'd be out. And sure as shit, Auburn made that happen.
I don't follow KU basketball close enough to know the answer to this, and maybe you don't either. But is it recruiting this year? Is it Bill Self? Is it the coaching? Is his coaching style is it starting to get stale over there? What's kind of going on? I mean, Bill Self's done pretty good at Kansas. Since Roy Williams left, you can say, he's done a good job there.
Yeah, he's done a great job.
But is that message starting to fall flat? Is this just a year where maybe they're just down this year? It's not that big of a deal. Is this something where there is a bigger issue? It's a recruiting issue. Do we need to, which direction is the team or is the program heading?
Yeah, I think what it is, I think it's a rebuilding. I think we lost a lot of guys last year and the year previous. So I think we're on some rebuilding, and I think there is some recruiting that we need to go hard on for sure. And then third, as a third, I think Bill Self, may need to reevaluate just a little bit. But I think that's down the road. I think at this point, I think we've just lost so much in the last 2 years in terms of just overall talent. And I think that could have been backed up with some great recruiting, but our team is also very young, kind of like the Michigan, like your team. Right now, I think they're very, very young. They're obviously still in it, so I can't hate on them too much, but I think those are kind of the elements that KU's dealing with. But I don't think, Bill Self has done a great, great job with that program. He is KU basketball. There's no doubt about it. I still can't think of anybody better to have replaced Roy Williams at this point. But I think it's those earlier things for sure.
Gotcha. So then, so missing the Kansas game, being outside on that.
Yeah.
Who do you like to go deep now? Have you changed your mind on what you got in your bracket? Have any of these games made you change your mind a little bit?
Duke made me pretty nervous
dude,
yesterday.
That was crazy, right?
God dang, man. What
Taco Fall, dude. That guy gave some problems, and he fouled out with like 15 seconds ago or whatever.
Dude, had he stayed in the game, there was no way.
That was crazy.
There's no way that what happened would have happened.
Right.
It's just,
you would have cleaned it up inside there.
Oh yeah, goes to show. Yeah, there would have been nobody rimming out, missing any easy layups at the end. But
that was crazy.
That was a crazy tip. I just don't know how it's. He just tipped
basketball
it in
gods,
just
man. The basketball
hard.
gods were looking out for him. That's really all you could say. I mean, that ball could have dropped 3 different times, and it just didn't drop for whatever reason. And I know for UCF fans, it's got to kill you today. I know for Duke fans, you're on the edge of your seat, and you're some of the happiest people alive to move on. I, for one, am so happy, and not that I was ever really, really nervous because Michigan did a good job of taking care of business and they weren't really in any nail biters. But man, That was my biggest fear, was going to Vegas this week and my Sweet 16 and my squad not being there. I'm freaking there in the Michigan jersey. I'm there in the shorts, and my squad isn't even playing. Like, I can't even bring my gear, bro. I might as well just not even walk. Like, why would you bring gear and wear it around for a team that's eliminated?
Totally.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be talking shit and clowning fools that are doing that.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I see some people rolling around in some gear where your team's already been eliminated. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Go find a winner's shirt. You're a loser. So is your team.
Hell yeah!
No, I'm
No
just playing,
shit.
but I just didn't want to be that guy. But my friends that are Jayhawk fans that are going they are those guys. So I'm sorry, fellas. That sucks. It's unfortunate.
So yeah, I mean, I think Michigan State could do something, you know, over this tourney. I also think
Playing Duke in the next round.
Yeah, I also think Florida State. Florida State looks pretty good. I think there are things that they could do better. I think their defense needs to come out to play a little bit more than what it has. I think that's what FSU was known for this season. It was more of a defensive team, holding teams to, you know, some of the most lowing scores of the season, arguably. But I think FSU can make some moves this tourney. I think Michigan. I don't know. I think this is a tough matchup for Michigan, man. What do you think on that?
Very tough. Sorry, I just misspoke.
Shit.
I said Duke's playing Michigan State.
Yeah.
Michigan State's playing LSU. I'm sorry. That's
Correct.
who they would play.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a tough matchup for them there. Virginia Tech, Duke. It's going to be fun. Michigan.
And you got what? Texas Tech.
Michigan against Tech, dude. I'm pretty nervous. I'm not
Yeah.
going to lie. This is our first real competition of the tournament.
Yep.
Not to, slight Florida or obviously Montana, but we handled them pretty well. I think the ball movement from Michigan has been good during the tournament. The defense has also been good. The defense has been really good since they lost that game against Michigan State, and they had that defensive meltdown in the second half. They've looked like a lot different team. John Beilein has them running on all cylinders here.
A lot tighter. Yeah.
I'm nervous against Tech, but I don't think I'm not going into it like, oh, we're screwed. I think it's just going to be a good game. And I think if we play our game and they don't have a ton of success from the three-point line, we're going to be okay. That's going to be the outlier. If they start draining threes and we have to keep up, I don't know that we have the firepower to keep up with all the threes.
I would agree with that.
So that's kind of how I'm feeling as far as Michigan goes. I'm not all in on them. I'm not all out on them. I'm just enjoying the ride, baby.
Enjoying
the ride.
What did you think of the Iowa-Tennessee overtime game? That
Dude,
was a nail-biter.
I turned it off in the first half because I was like, we were getting ready for our spa stuff yesterday morning, and we were watching, just chilling and kind of eating breakfast and lounging around. I was like, hey, we don't need to waste our time with this shit.
In the first round, no doubt. Did Iowa remember that they were in March Madness?
Right.
What happened?
I have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
In the first half, yeah. So
Totally.
I turned it off, dude. All of a sudden, I'm about to, we're chilling. We watched some stuff. I don't remember what we were eating breakfast or watching something. I go to jump in the shower. I look at my phone. I'm like, what? It's tied going into OT.
What the hell?
What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
How did this get to OT? So I didn't even see. I missed the whole thing, bro.
Oh, did you?
Well, I started watching when it went into OT and saw Tennessee pull away and get a 5-point win or whatever it was. But I didn't see the whole comeback. I missed the whole thing.
Oh, jeez.
How did it go down? Were they just draining threes, or was Tennessee getting complacent and chucking up threes and not going down?
Tennessee was complacent on their D.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Defensive side.
Iowa just was infiltrating and doing whatever they wanted in the second half.
Interesting.
It was amazing. There was just no stopping Iowa, man. In the paint, outside the paint, they were draining threes. It was crazy to watch. So it was almost just like Tennessee just kind of got complacent and docile, and then they started coming back, obviously, to get it to the OT and whatnot. But Iowa ran that shit all of a sudden.
Damn.
The end of the second half, they were running those fools out the building, dude. It was crazy to see, and it was crazy because obviously Tennessee ran Iowa out the building the first half. So yeah, what a crazy game and a change of dynamics.
What do you think about Oregon? They look dangerous, dude. They look dangerous. And I know they kind of not necessarily stumbled, but they had a little bit of a hiccup versus Cal Irvine last night. They let them come back and kind of build their way or climb back into the game when they were up like 10 or whatever.
I'm so pissed.
But, you had Cal Irvine?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I was like, I saw the first half of the game. I couldn't believe it. And then I saw the second. I saw they came back, and I was like, "Holy shit, they might pull this out!"
Yeah,
and then just blown out.
Right.
I was like, "There goes my hopes and
dreams." It had me so I'm watching the game at the beginning. Here's my gamut of emotions. I'm watching, and I'm like, "Dude, Oregon's power. People are in trouble. Oregon's a buzzsaw."
Did you see that volleyball slap?
Yeah.
Block,
dude. There was a couple. There was a
Yeah.
few blocks in that game where they were just like not having it, and then. what's that dude's name? Peyton Pritchard came down, just started draining threes. That kid on defense, Amir, was it Amin or Amir? I think it's Amin. Yeah. That dude is ridiculous. He kind of looks like Mike Pena. That's all I kept thinking. I was like, oh, this is Pena. Pena got a little bit of a blowout, a little bit of a Brazilian blowout going.
Totally.
Like got one of those little kind of Guido blowouts, like little Jersey Shore action. His hair and stuff. I was like, man, this guy looks like Pena out there. Balling, diving on the floor, swatting fools, flopping, drawing foul calls. He was just all over the court, dude, having a great game. And it's Cal Irvine. Let's not get too crazy, but I don't think Cal Irvine's any pushover, for one. And for two, I love the resolve and the resilience of Oregon to hang in there. They let them come all the way back, and then they beat the crap out of them. In the second half, they just came down and started hammering them. They were like, oh, really? You guys want to step up with the big dogs? Okay. And they did what you're supposed to do. They didn't let them hang around. They didn't do any of the stuff that Duke did with Central Florida. They didn't do any of there was a couple other big time teams. Tennessee, I let an Iowa come back and hang around. They just once they came back about 10 minutes ago in the game, they just stepped on the gas, dude.
Yeah.
Oregon just really stepped on the gas, pulled away, and stepped on their throats. So they're dangerous to me. I really, really like the Oregon versus Virginia matchup, and I would not be shocked. I have Virginia in my bracket, but I would not be shocked to see Oregon pull that upset 12 over a 1. Virginia had a little scare in the 1 versus 16. Did you see that?
Yeah, they
on
did.
Day 1?
Yeah, they did.
They got a little scare in the first half.
Duke
they ended up blowing them out, but
Duke had the same exact situation with Iona State. Like, they were hitting
just
threes
Iona.
like,
Yeah.
They were hitting threes like crazy.
Yep.
It was insane.
I told you that. I said Iona and Iowa State. Watch those two teams. They're crazy three-point shooting teams. And then Iowa State goes and lays an egg and gets put out by Ohio State in the first round.
That game, I'm pretty sure the refs were paid.
Man, dude,
like,
we were watching that together. That was crazy. Iowa State was getting robbed like a mug in that thing, dude. They're basically getting held down and choked underwater at some points. You're like, really, guys?
Yeah.
Are we going to call anything? It was insane. But Ohio State got the dub. They lost yesterday in what I actually wanted them to win last night against Houston, because for my bracket, I missed on that pick. I had Iowa State deep. I had Iowa State to the Sweet 16, so that killed me. But last night, I was like, shit, I know everyone else has Houston. Yeah. I would love to see Houston lose here.
Yeah.
Let's go Ohio State. And then these motherfuckers can't pull their head out of their ass.
Said Chai's never.
They can't get out of their own way. Right. So I'm sitting there like cheering for Ohio State for no reason. They're not winning. They're not getting close. They're just getting embarrassed over there.
Yeah.
So obviously clearly didn't belong. Shouldn't have even won the first game against Iowa State, but it was just their day. Iowa State chose a bad time to have a bad game, and that's what it was. They were not. What's up?
They had the luck of the NBA bust.
No shit. Yeah. Exactly. Greg Oden. I was telling him about. He doesn't know who Greg Oden is. I was like,
really?
dude. I was pulling up pictures. I was like, they were showing Greg Oden during the game on the sideline.
Yeah.
And I was pulling up pictures. I was like, look at this full Greg Oden, dog. He looks the exact same now as he did when he was 18.
Yep.
Same wrinkly forehead, looking like a French bulldog.
Yeah. I think they just retired his number.
Really?
At Ohio State. Yeah.
Yep, same thing, dude. Man has looked 45 since he was 18.
True. And we looked it up, and he's going back to school now for the sports industry. It sounds like.
I think he just got his degree. That's what it was.
He went back in 2016.
Yeah,
and then finished.
And then he just got his degree. Yep.
Which is cool. Hell yeah, super cool.
That's way cool.
You got nothing else going on?
You know what was way cool?
$millions? Why not?
You know what was way cool? He was buying beer for his homies when he was 19. That's way cool. Because he looked like 45. That guy was buying beer.
Oh my God.
Early.
That's too much. I was like, wait, what? He was. I thought you were like talking about buying beer in the stands or something.
Yeah. He'd be like my best friend in college.
I get it. Funny. Let's go into the situation with Tom Izzo. A lot of people making a lot of controversy with that. Did you see I saw the highlights and I got the notifications. I didn't see it live.
I saw it live.
You saw it live. What did you think? What was your initial reaction live?
I'm like, shit, he missed a play. He did something wrong, and Izzo lets him know. And that's what I love about it, man. Izzo and Michigan State, dude, is nothing more than just accountability. They are quintessential holding people accountable. That program, that team, Coach Izzo. That's all I was thinking, because have I been as intense like that? You know, especially like on live TV. Absolutely, I've never been on live TV managing my people. But yeah, I mean,
or a coach, or in a situation with that kind of pressure.
That was yeah.
To which you have no control.
None.
You're standing on the sidelines watching a bunch of fools that you're trying to move the pieces. It's like playing chess or checkers with no hands. Like, you're trying to move the pieces around. You're shouting it, but unless they do it, correctly, it doesn't work.
You can't do nothing.
It's probably one of the most infuriating or maddening things ever, being a coach from the sideline, not being able to physically. I know it would be for me because I'm such a see a problem, fix a problem kind of guy. You know what I mean?
And I'm hands-on.
Yeah. If there's an issue, let's get it resolved.
Yeah.
Let's get it fixed. You can't do that all the time, especially in coaching, man, especially with these kids. They're kids. No matter what, they're elite athletes. Yes, they're huge. They're giants. They're larger than life, but they're kids. They're still kids in the mental makeup. So when I initially saw it, I was like, whoa, what did he do?
Yeah.
Because the finger pointing and the finger in the face, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? You know, what happened?
Dude, he had to be held back.
Right.
His players, his assistants were holding him back. Like, they were into it.
And I thought you actually sent me the clip from Scott Van Pelt, and I thought he did a masterful job of breaking this down, breaking down the guy that Tom Izzo, how they're a family there at Michigan State, how they have built each other up and torn each other down as a family, not an individual, not a me versus you type of thing. And this is something that we can all take towards our relationships, I feel like, man. This is something we can look at our relationships like, hey, it's okay to call someone out their name when they're messing up and they're not doing things right, because we've set that expectation that it's not me against you. It's us against the world, and it's us here to try to get better. And if you're unhappy with some shit, let me know. If I'm unhappy, I'm going to let you know. And he was letting him know.
Yeah, you bet.
So let me play this clip from Scott Van Pelt, man. I thought SVP did a great job of laying out the entire thing. So let me go ahead and pod that up here.
Bet.
I spoke about Tom Izzo last night on the show. It was not a surprise to see it become a talking point on shows and on social media. This isn't about snowflakes or being soft. It is about a gigantic problem we have not only allowed to happen in society, but go out of our way to ensure gets worse. People seem to have a real issue when they're held accountable, or if others are too harshly. We're so concerned with if anyone has had their feelings hurt that we lose sight of this fact. Life has a scoreboard. The world will be difficult, and we do nobody any favors when we coddle them to the point that they never hear criticism or hear a harsh word or have to face any adversity. Because when nobody in a job interview or negotiation stops to ask about your feelings and then you don't get the job or you don't get the contract, what are you going to do? Demand the world stop being mean to you? The college admissions scandal is a great example of this. They say you should prepare your kids for the path, not the path for your kids. You cannot eliminate every challenge or adversity they might face, because if you do, what have you accomplished? We're so concerned with safe spaces and not saying mean things that when a coach gets on a player, it's seen by some of you as out of bounds. And that is insane to me. Is that the only way to get your point across? No. You can go about it differently. But you notice who didn't have a problem with it? Michigan State. Did you notice what seniors Cassius Winston and Matt McQuaid did? They told Izzo, we got this. Because they have a voice. They've been empowered in a family dynamic that occasionally gets volatile. Because there's a scoreboard and they're trying to win. You know who else didn't have a problem with it? The freshman who was getting the what for, Aaron Henry. His social media, as well as the accounts of past Spartans like Miles Bridges and Draymond Green and countless other Spartans, gave insights into why they didn't and don't have a problem with it. But that doesn't matter to people who don't really want context. They just want to be mad and be offended. So be good and mad about how Tom Izzo yelled at his players. His players, past and present, have a rare loyalty to him. He doesn't have a transfer problem. He has the opposite. A bunch of four-year guys, the overwhelming majority of whom have gotten to Final Fours in part because of being held accountable the way he holds them accountable. You don't like it? Fine. Don't send your kid there. But stop being offended by things that don't concern you, because they're not.
Wow, dude.
Man.
Could you have...
There's so much...
That pissed people off.
There's so much great content.
There's no way to say that any better, dude. And if anyone that doesn't understand what he's saying, we're never going to agree, and we're just not... We're not on the same level, and quite frankly, you're probably someone I don't want to be friends with.
Yeah.
If you can't unpack that and take some things from that and take some positive things and take some... You know what? I can totally see where he's coming from in this scenario. If you didn't agree with him already, which I do, then I don't know what to tell you.
Man, as a people manager myself, man, I can relate.
Both of us having managed teams of people, sales reps, all that stuff, bro.
I can relate to this so heavy, man. And I don't want to shit on the new, millennials. I think JJ's doing a great job. I think, just getting a raise, kind of showing. So it's not all millennials. It's people today. We're sensitive. we're a sensitive society. And I think, obviously SVP alluded to that. Like, hey, why are we so worried about other people's shit than our own? Why are we so fixated on trying to call somebody out for doing what we think is wrong or weird or different?
Yeah.
Why are we so quick to judge? Why are we so quick to not understand or try to understand where someone or some team is coming from? Why don't we just accept, that they have the abilities, they've earned this right to be that way. They have earned this moniker to be this elite team, and they haven't got there for no dumbass reasons. And for me, I hope people look into that. I hope people listen to that over and over and over. And unfortunately, they won't.
Right.
But man, there's a lot of lessons learned in that. And we're just too sensitive.
There's a lot of people that want to draw the comparison to Bobby Knight, which is not even close.
No, absolutely not.
Bobby Knight was a totally different style of coaching.
Yep.
Bobby Knight was a me versus you. Bobby Knight was a you're going to get this done. Mm-hmm. It was not a team.
Yeah.
It was not. If you watch I don't know if you watched the Bobby Knight documentary, but it was a totally different. Yeah. Getting upset that's the thing is people see the upset and they see what happened on the sideline or they see the reaction. They don't see anything behind closed doors. They don't go talk to the player. They don't try to get the player's account of what happened. They, like SVP said, they just want to be upset. Yeah. Everyone wants to be upset about something. Everyone wants to be offended about something. You're getting offended about some stuff that nobody else is offended about. The people that it happened to aren't even offended. Mm-hmm. People that were involved in the situation aren't offended. So why are you? What's the deal? What do we need? What do we need to be so offended for?
I'm pretty sure it's a attention problem. People put shit out there to get the attention they need and desire.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think people want to be heard. People that have nothing to do with anything just want to be heard, and they want to put their opinions out there, and they don't want to back it with facts, and they just want to spit without thinking.
They want attention. They crave it like crazy.
I think that's
kind of insane and unhealthy.
I think that's what it comes down to, a lot of it. But yeah, it doesn't baffle me. Like I live in this society. I've seen the adjustments. I've seen the changes. And don't get it twisted. There are a lot of good things, that have happened. The Me Too movements, some victims haven't, being able to have a voice now more than they ever have. There's a lot of things that are great. But I'll tell you what, man, we are a sensitive society. There's no doubt about it. We want to be in other people's business more than what we ever have. And with all the tools and information and internet that we have at our fingertips, there are so many platforms to be able to do that.
Yeah.
It's insane. I've literally seen people complain about social media on social media. It doesn't make sense. My generation's absolutely insane and so I don't know. It's just I can't even wrap my head around it.
I'm to the point where I got it. I have to use it for the show. I have to use it for the stuff that I'm into, as much as I don't even want to. Some
it's
days.
Like the greatest marketing tool ever, but it does have its cons.
But I think that I have a little bit of a problem with that because I don't stay consistent enough on social media because I want to disconnect. Mm-hmm. I want to just live my own life, man. I want to live my own life through my eyes and go and do things the way I see them. I don't always want to be looking at my phone. I don't always want to be attached to every single news update and every single thing that comes through. And that's like the really, really hard part, Mm-hmm. For me is being able to stay attached and still being able to detach, to not let myself get consumed or go down that rabbit hole. Mm-hmm. It makes it tough, man. And it makes it, situations like this are exactly why it makes it tough. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone's offended. It seems like everyone's opinion that's different than yours is, instead of us being able to talk about it, it's you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong. You're bad. It's negative, dog. It kills me. Mm-hmm. It just bothers me. So that's why the community that we have here is cool, because it makes me feel like we're actually building something positive. We're all into the same shit for the most part. We're all kind of looking forward to the same things. We're all focusing on the same things.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of does build like a cool little community where that positivity is lacking in a lot of other areas. Mm-hmm. And you come in here and it's more overwhelmingly positive. And we've had our experiences with people trying to come in here and turn this show into what the rest of the internet thinks it should be.
Sure.
And what the rest of Twitter or whoever else or people that used to rock with the channel or whatever, trying to turn it into what they want it to be.
Yeah.
We've been very clear. I don't give a shit what you want it to be.
Right.
We're not letting that happen.
Well, and every time we're
doing things the way we want to do it.
Sure, and every time we talk about things, we're pretty logical here. So we want the facts. How did you get there?
Right.
There's a roadmap. We don't just create this, hey, it's just feelings. I'm just getting out my feelings. I'm just venting. I'm just letting people know. And I think our viewers appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
We're trying to give you, hey, here's what we found. Here's what we think. Here's where we are in the case, or within the facts of the here's the findings that we have. We're being very strategic in creating roadmaps, and I think in general, society does not have a roadmap. They just want to say, "Ooh, that."
Right.
Oh, I'm going to grab on that. That sounds shitty. Let me just give my opinions on that real quick. Let me not do any research. Let me not think logically here. Let me just respond. Just casually. And I don't think that's a good way to live.
That's a great point, man. When you're building a relationship, or when you have friendships with people, or it is a husband-wife or a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship with someone, you're right. You are on a path.
Yeah.
And there are things that are going to happen along that path and along that journey to getting to where you're trying to go, or even just to the next step. I look at it, my relationship is trying to get to the next step, trying to get, all right, what's the next step we're trying to move towards? Here's where we're trying to go. Now, there are going to be a ton of things that come up along the way that they're obstacles, they're barriers. But how do you guys deal with that? Do you guys bail on each other? Do you guys turn your back on each other? Do you guys, or do you guys get stern with each other? Do you hold each other accountable? Do you maybe get a little, do you let that frustration build up and then develop into something better, into a resolution? That's what it should do. That frustration or that anger or that whatever it may be should build into a solution. That should build between you two to come to a solution, not, well, you're mad, so now I'm going to be mad, and now we're going to be mad at each other and going at each other and banging heads for no reason. Yeah. You shouldn't be doing that with your players. You shouldn't be doing that with your friends. You shouldn't be doing that with your girlfriend, whoever. You should be on a path trying to get to the next goal together and tackling those obstacles together, jumping over those hurdles together. If someone needs to voice something, let them voice it. Don't take it too personal. That's how they're feeling. Let them know how you're feeling, and then say, hey, what can we do to move forward? What can we do to better this and kind of right this? And it seems simple when you talk it all out like that, but in the moment it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to see that. But at the end of the day, this can be applied. That's why I loved it so much. It can be applied to so many different things. Mm-hmm. It can be applied to the scenario I had over the weekend. It can be applied to my friendship with you. It can be applied to you and Robin. It can be applied to him and his coach, or him and his players that he's coaching. It can be applied to so many different aspects in life. I just loved that soundbite. I loved what SVP said. And I've long said that about my relationship is, hey, let's not let my uncle get involved. Let's not let your friends get involved. Let's not let my mom get involved. We're here. We're the ones in it day to day. We're the ones dealing with it. Let's me and you handle it and figure out solutions so we can move forward. Forget what everybody else or the outside is saying. And that's exactly what they're doing. Michigan State's not bothered by it. Yeah. The player that was the freshman that was getting yelled at is not bothered by it. Tom Izzo, not bothered by it. The other players on the team, not bothered by it. Nobody cares. You guys want to make all this noise and want to make it a big deal? Cool. We're going to handle it in-house. Mm-hmm. We're going to continue to do what we do. Yeah. And we'll see you on the other side. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And by the way, we're still in tournament contention.
Right.
And, we've moved on.
Exactly.
You should too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think what some people had issue with was the finger pointing.
Sure.
Which initially, to me, it did look a little bit like, whoa, that's a little
It wasn't
out of line.
It was.
Seemed like, whoa. But at the end of the day, I had to really realize, and before I heard the Scott Van Pelt clip, I had to do the same thing. I'm not there. I don't know how they talk to each other behind the scenes. I don't know what happens behind the scenes. I don't know the relationship that they have. But that's why I can stop myself from judgment. Mm-hmm. I can say, hey, well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Yeah. If the kid comes out and says, I'm super unhappy, Coach Izzo handled this the wrong way, he called me this, that, and the other, blah, 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 then I can form an opinion there. Yeah. But for me to form an opinion off a news clip that I saw on an alert when I couldn't understand what he was saying, I had no clue of what was going on. I don't know how they interact on the daily. I don't know what the kid messed up on the court.
Did he miss multiple plays? Is he being a shithead?
Right.
Is he an attitude thing?
Right. I have no idea on any of this. So how can I sit here and develop such a harsh opinion about a man or about a player when I have no idea?
When you know zero.
Right.
Zero.
Right. And I think we can all take that and look at it in our lives. Whether we're driving next to someone and judging, whether we're talking to someone and judging, whether we see something in a certain way and we're judging, whatever the case may be, let's all just realize we can probably mind our own business. Yeah. And if it's a big deal, it's going to end up being a big deal and we're going to know about it. But it's not always a big deal. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing that people need to understand is not everything is a big deal. So let's wait and let's hear what the coach has to say. Let's hear what the player has to say and let's see if it's a big deal. Yeah. And let's see if they think it's a big deal. And let's see if Izzo comes out and says, hey, man, I'm really sorry I totally overreacted. Or he says, this is how me and my players get down. This is nothing new. And I heard a couple people say that too. And I saw a couple clips. It is consistent with how he reacts. It's consistent with how him and his players deal with things. Yeah. And the way they deal with things and the way other people deal with things may be different, but they're all trying to get to the same goal. And if everyone is fine with it and everyone feels like family and everyone feels like their opinions are heard and they feel supported and they feel that love from the coach and from each other or in your relationship or whatever situation we're applying this to, then it should be fine.
Yeah, it should be.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe we all just need to put our phones down and stop being so quick to try to upload to
hot
WorldStar.
take shit. Yeah, exactly. WorldStar, hot take shit. Just be the first. And that's what kind of kills me about, like, you know, you get all these alerts now from Yahoo and Apple News and Bleacher Report and CBS Sports and ESPN, whoever you got your alerts set up. It's almost overkill a little bit. It's like, damn, man, like I don't know what the deal is, but it gets a little bit annoying, bro. Yeah. But I just thought SVP did a great job on that.
Wow.
Sorry, my bad.
Sorry, JJ.
Damn.
I didn't mean to blow your ears out. Listeners, I'm sorry too. Oh, it's a little low.
There we go.
I need to remember where I have this because the interviews I got to turn up a little louder.
Sure.
You know, just to make sure they're heard. Sound bites, a little less. That's probably
It's probably
Hell
good.
yeah!
It's probably good.
Probably good.
Take
volume.
that L on the way out.
It's probably good. All right. It's probably fine. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. But no, I thought that was good, man. I definitely wanted to hit on that. Let's jump into sneakers, man. Sneakers and fashion. Not a ton going down over the weekend.
Right.
You told me that we'll start with the clays. You told me the Foot Locker raffle was open. It was open last week on Finish Line. It's open this week for the clays.
Foot Locker.
Foot Locker, yeah.
Yep,
Last week Finish
opened.
Line, this week Foot Locker.
Yep. Actually, Finish Line. We should, if you pull up your app. I bet that.
I should have that L ready for me.
Yeah, I
Let's
bet
see.
I bet that reveal is today. I believe. So you might want to pull that up. While you're doing that, let me get. I did acquire a shoe over the weekend.
Okay.
There wasn't a lot of heat out, unfortunately, this weekend. Pretty soft, but I did pick up something.
Reservations, 1 active. You'll get a notification to check your ticket soon. I just went for a size 12 in these clays, and I'm also planning on switching out the, what's it called as well, the laces.
Oh yeah,
I'm not doing those sesame laces in there. I'm putting something that matches the heel tab, the pull tab.
Oh yeah, that'd be fire. Yeah.
I'm putting something like that.
So
I
you
need
need-
the brightness.
So you need like some lighter burnt sienna laces,
I need the bright in my life. Yes,
some bright burnt siennas.
exactly.
Totally. Well, so I know you didn't. You were out on these because you call these the New Balance exclusives.
Yeah.
Correct on that?
Yes.
Okay. So you're out on Game of Thrones.
The new Ultra, I don't know. Like I said, ever since I got the Eddie Huangs, the whole shoe is fire to me except for that front toe piece, the
yeah,
toe
you
guard.
don't like that toe guard.
It bothers me badly.
Then you're really not gonna.
And
like
that one
these.
blends with the shoe. That one's the same color. They really tried to blend it, even though it looks like crap. It looks like synthetic plastic.
Yeah. Well, they did a great job making it suede. It just looks like a New Balance. There's no doubt on the front toe cap. So
So you're feeling the same vibe.
you're gonna love these then.
Oh yeah, dude. These look like the Teddy Safarian specials. Bro.
That's what I think you said that on my
These
social. or
do.
something.
These look like with the trail sole. I don't know. I think it has something to do with the ones he's been wearing lately.
Oh, the Terex
Yep.
whatever.
Yep.
Hikers.
Free hikers.
Yeah, free hikers.
Free
yep.
hikers, dude. It looks like
Terex.
those. For some reason. And it just dude, the shoe is so heavy now.
It is, yeah.
This feels like a stomper, dude.
I think that trail sole
Feel this
obviously
thing.
adds a whole hell of a lot of weight, but what we're looking at here is the Ultra Boost Game of Thrones House of Stark colorway. So
Thank you for setting it up for the listener. Sorry.
Yeah. So these obviously have the suede on the toe box, suede heel cups, really nice, and almost like a fleece lining. Did you see that? So really, really nice. So maybe more of a winter shoe. Obviously, the flag that we all kind of hate on says winter is coming. But, the insole is cool. Says Game of Thrones on it. Kind of sweet there, as we see. But yeah, man, that's kind of the shoe. I love the trail. Here's why I like the shoe.
Oh.
I like the suede hits. I love the trail shoe. I think the trail sole, I believe, at least in my Pharrells, I believe that trail sole somehow makes the shoe more comfortable.
Adds comfort, right.
I really believe that.
No, I agree.
So this is a stupid comfortable shoe. I love the suede. I love the dark. It's very neutral. You can't really fuck this up because it does have the charcoal boost, not black.
Right.
You've got the charcoal. So I think that's the same colorway they've used maybe on the Oreo Ultra Boost. What do you think? What's the closest boost color do you think on that?
Yep.
Those
I would say
Oreos?
the Oreo 4.0
Yeah.
that they came out with.
Or the cookies and
Or
cream.
cookies and cream, that's what they called it.
That's
Sorry,
what we said.
not
Yeah.
Oreo.
And that's the color of the Boost. So it's not black, but
Totally different cage than we've ever seen.
yeah.
We've never seen a cage like this. It's a leather cage, which we have seen before, but it doesn't feel like it's the same type of leather that's been used in previous models. And you have the stripes. Actually, they're a little bit, I guess, debossed or a little
Embossed or debossed.
I think it's debossed is like puffy.
Yeah.
So they're a little bit like you can feel the stripes on them, and they also are colored.
Yeah.
They're black stripes on a gray cage on leather, which we've never really seen. Normally, if it's a leather cage, it's just one color cage, right? From what I remember.
Usually, yeah.
These ones look a little bit different. Something we haven't really seen there. I don't know. I mean, the shoe's okay to me, man.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, but I just think it would look so much better without that toe piece. And maybe that's just my eyes and what I'm used to from the past. I'm not bothered by the trail sole. I do like that.
You like the charcoal Boost?
Yeah. The charcoal Boost is fine.
Yeah.
I think it's more just the toe cap, and I don't know, the suede on the heel. It's all right. Maybe the flag's kind of messing me up a little bit too. Winter is coming.
Did you mention the aglets?
No, I didn't.
On the aglets, it says Stark House.
So House of Stark or
Or
whatever.
House of Stark. Yeah.
House of
Gotcha.
Stark House.
Stark House.
Jerry
Sorry,
Starkhouse.
Jerry Starkhouse. That's hilarious.
JJ doesn't get that one.
And then obviously on the pool tab on the tongue tab, you've got Adidas on one side. Do you have Adidas on that on the front side as well? And then it looks like you probably have the House of Stark logo. I don't really know about Game of Thrones like that.
That's my
that's like a
problem
wolf
too. I
or
think
something.
is I don't know anything about the show. I've never seen the show, so it's hard for me to get behind the shoe at all.
Yeah.
What do you think about, especially since I'm just like kind of like on it? You know what I mean? I'm not jumping out the window for it. I don't think it's incredible.
And quick question: is it normal to have the Boost black here, but on the bottom be white?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
All
absolutely-
colored Boost is white underneath. That's how we know they're painted and not dyed beforehand. And also, when you take
So
the
this
insole
shit
out,
will
you can
chip
notice
off.
like a little bit of paint on the underneath the insole.
Yeah.
You'll notice a little bit of paint on the Boost on the inside. Pull the insole out again or pull it up. You can see
You'll see like you'll
paint
see
residue
paint imperfections
on the
in
inside
there.
of that. Now, to your point, saying it will chip off, I've never really had that issue. I saw Teddy post a photo of those free hikers that he had been wearing through Japan for a month.
Yeah.
And I saw his had a piece of Boost that was chipped off, but it didn't look like just the paint. It looked like an actual chunk of Boost was like missing out of the midsole.
Yeah.
And then, so you could see the white there. It was all black Boost, but then there was a little speck of white because it was clearly exposed because a chunk of the Boost had been taken out.
Sure.
Outside of that, I really haven't seen a ton of chipping off, and I've definitely never experienced any chipping off of Adidas Boost colors
Yeah.
being dyed.
So they use quality paint, which is
Yeah, they obviously have a formula. It's not the formula that the YouTubers are using or the people on YouTube.
The pins and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah. All the stuff I've seen on YouTube or people doing them, they don't hold up over time. They start to
just
wear off and it
curious.
starts to wear away. What's up?
I'm just curious why they spray paint it or just paint it instead of just dipping the entire thing.
Because what I read initially when they first came out with Boost, like 2014, 2015, I remember seeing articles that talked about them dyeing the Boost, or were they ever going to make the Boost colored? Were they ever going to? And Adidas kept saying no, because it compromises the technology.
Yeah.
It makes the Boost. It messes with the
hardens
technology
it.
of it.
It messes with the integrity.
And that's
Yeah.
what they were doing. They were trying to dye it so that way it wouldn't chip away. So they had to work to find some kind
perfect
of
medium.
mixture that was going to not only not chip away, but they could just paint the Boost. They didn't have to dye it beforehand because they didn't want it messing with the product or messing with the performance.
But I feel like paint would do the same exact thing, but maybe not.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I have not noticed any
it definitely
any
doesn't
less
look like
comfort in a painted Ultra Boost midsole.
Totally.
I've not noticed any difference
Or
difference in
like
comfort.
what I'm saying is if you took one with white Boost and painted it yourself, I just could see that like hardening the Boost.
Depending on what you use, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people that do a lot of different things. There's some
Yeah.
people that use like a dye first, and then they put a paint on, then they put a hardener or like an acrylic to go over, or like a finish, a final coat, whatever it's called. There's a bunch of different ways to do it.
Flex tape, I thought.
I haven't done mine yet. Flex Seal was an idea
Flex
that I
Seal,
had to
yeah.
use because I was like, oh, maybe it'll flex with it. When I initially tried it on an old pair of NMDs, I tried to just spray it out of the can, and it was uneven. It was a disaster. Nightmare. Yeah. It was a video I was going to make, never even came out because it was such a disaster. So, and I actually just did it to test it. I never even set up the cameras or anything. I was just going to have the idea.
Just see if it would
like,
work.
let me try to do these with Flex Seal. So when I go back and do that next time, I need to buy the paint. Like the Flex Seal, you dip a paintbrush in and then paint the boost with it.
Right.
And that would maybe make it easier. The reason I haven't done that really, I don't think the Flex Seal idea is going to work. From what I found the very first time when I sprayed it on there, after it hardens, if there's a little piece that starts peeling up, it almost peels off the whole thing in one chunk.
Oh, no doubt.
Of Flex Seal. Yeah. It doesn't, and maybe it'll be different if I paint it on. I'm not sure. But spraying it on did not work.
Not good.
Not work well. No, it was not only not good.
Below not good.
Yeah. Very bad. Very bad. So that was kind of my experience there, but with dyeing the boost.
Are you going to get another version of these or that whiskey?
No, I don't think so. I think the only other pair that I would get if I somehow got it under retail, I might get the House of Targaryen, the one that you were interested in, with like kind of the dragon flames in the front of the toe box.
I think that's the one that's the only one I would cop.
So not the walkers?
No, I don't think
so.
so.
Nor the whiskey that comes with it?
Because I might collect them, but I'm not that big of a Game of Thrones fan, so I'm not in my feelings that much or enough to buy all that. So plus I wouldn't wear it. I did see it in hand. I was able to buy it on Saturday, and I was like, oh my god, I would just you would destroy that shoe, dude. It's great, but
is it like extremely white?
It is white on white on white. Yeah,
I thought it had some blue in it though.
It does, but it's that ATR taping in the front and the heel.
It almost
so
looks
it's
like
not even on the fabric.
No.
Oh shit!
It almost looks like the outsole of those off-white Chuck Taylors. We were looking at this morning.
A little bit,
that blue hue, like it's like a clear, but it's blue.
The vulcanized clear translucent joints. Yeah,
that's what it reminds me of anyway.
So I only bought this one because I do actually like gray. I'm the most neutral guy on YouTube, obviously. So this will be an easy shoe to wear. Your boost, you can't screw it up. It has the trail sole, which is very comfortable to me. There's a lot of things, and it's fleece lined. I don't have a fleece lined Ultra Boost. This is my first one.
So the perfect snowshoe.
I think it's a great winter shoe, and
perfect to capture all that socklet.
Yep.
Yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
excited about it. Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
excited to see that. I'm excited to see how those look after a solid 10 wears.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. It'll take me a long time to wear 10 times, I bet.
I don't own any white socks though, so maybe it wouldn't be an issue. Every sock I own is black.
See, I wear black socks. That's all I wear.
Yeah.
I don't wear white socks.
Yeah.
But what I would tell you about sizing on this, just so if anybody's curious and hasn't bought them but thinking about buying them or waiting for them to maybe go into retail, which I could assume they might. True to size is probably what I'd go.
Okay.
But I went, so in 4.0s, I usually go up a half size. So I go from 10 to 10.5 just because that prime knit's it's not as stretchy as previous ones. Let's just say that, right? So it just feels tighter to me. I assume this is still 4.0 to some degree, but with the fleece lining. So I was like, I got to go 10.5. I got to go 10.5. 10.5 is probably correct, but I've got some toe room. I've definitely.
So you could have gone.
I could have went 10, and I think
even
around
with
the
insole.
I keep my insoles in, so let's just say I always go 10. Good to go.
I wonder if all the Game of Thrones are this way. Maybe someone in the comments can let us know.
Yeah, but this one for sure.
If you guys have all the pairs.
Yeah, I think around the collar, would be really, really tight if I would have went my 10. So 10.5 is nice on that, but I will tell you, I've definitely got some wiggle room in the toes. So if anybody wants to know, I would say still probably go your true to size, but if you do go up half size because you feel like it won't be, it'll be a little too narrow, around the collar, that kind of stuff, I think you're probably right, but man, you're going to have some wiggle room in the toes.
Gotcha.
So there
Interesting.
You go.
Yeah, I'm going for the one pair I would cop is the House of Targaryen.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to. Definitely don't want to buy them on StockX or any of that stuff. If I can get them, they fall to me around retail, restock.
Yeah. Maybe get that $20 coupon off.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at having that pair.
Yeah.
Especially after I've seen some people with them on feet, with some black joggers. They look pretty dope.
Yeah.
And I think they'll actually probably look better in hand. So
you think these will restock?
That's a pair I could see myself getting. Oh, yeah. I think so.
I think they'll
just
restock
wait till
here.
that happens.
Everything Adidas is going to restock.
Yeah. Well, plus you can, these weren't quick strikes, so you can use your discounts and that kind of stuff. So if you've got a $10 off, $15 off, $20 off.
You got these locally.
I did.
Did they come out with all of them locally?
They did.
Wow. So
Finish Line and Foot Locker, both at Park
so they
Meadows.
must still be just sitting.
And I think Champs at Aurora Mall had them.
Wow.
So
that black pair, the House of Targaryens, maybe sitting.
They might be. I think sizes. I think in your size, you're probably not going to find them as easy. But I think
I saw them $225 on StockX. Like I said, I'm not willing to pay the extra $25. But
nope, that's too much. I wouldn't do it.
I'll wait a little bit, and then, like I said, if I can get them falling to me around retail, under retail. I don't even know if I want to pay retail.
Honestly, I would
$200.
just wait for the finale, or not the finale, but the premiere of the new season, and then just let that hype die, and then grab them then.
Right.
Yeah, I want you to look at the receipt and show and see what I paid for it. But I don't know that we need to say how we acquired it. But look what I paid for those.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? Jeez. 134.
134 for those.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so I mean, I had to. So something kind of fell my way, and I had to do it.
Yeah, that's
had to do it.
Smoking deal.
Smoking deal. So
I don't know if I have. I need to look and see if I even have any more coupons.
yeah,
I used up all my codes and shit.
But I think this is the best shoe that I've ever bought for $135.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the clays. Let's finish that convo. Sorry, I brought that up before you get in those. Are you going for them?
The Creed exclusives?
Yes.
Human clays?
Clays.
Yeah, I think I'll grab a pair just to look at them. But
You grab a pair just to look at.
Yeah,
you don't even try to go just look at them. Most people just try to go in and say, hey, can I see the shoe? You grab a pair.
I got to grab them.
You got to get them.
I got to grab them. I got to see them. I got to feel them in hand.
You got to buy them. You got to spend the $220.
I got to dissect them a little bit.
All right.
And then I'll probably
then you
get
make
rid
the
of them.
decision.
I'll buy them and I'll get rid of them.
Oh, you're not going to wear them?
Probably not unless they just blow my mind in hand.
Are you over V2s or what?
Yeah.
Your boy Philby said the hype was back. He said the hyperspace sold out in 3 seconds or something.
I think it did, yeah. But that's because they did regional releases.
Right.
And obviously that creates hype, so I love it. I think Kanye and Adidas did a great thing from that aspect. But I don't know, man. Yeezys are still rising in prices. Now, that being said, let's get away from the 700 talk.
Yeah.
I just told you the statics are now back on the upswing. The reflectives, they were down as low as like 520, 530. Now they're upwards of 1,000. The regular non-reflective statics are upwards of a 400 now. So everything's rising, and it's 2 to 3 months roughly is when they start getting momentum again. I would tell you the McChickens, the frozen yellows haven't really risen by any.
There's so many pairs though.
But the Beluga 2.0s, man, those are super expensive DS. So I think the hype is still there. I think the want is still there. But me as an individual, dude, I am so sick of that silhouette.
Right.
Like, I do not want to see any more. But when these new colorways come in, like, I love the changes they've made to the statics, where they have that ribbon that kind of exposes kind of your sock a little bit. Is that enough? And then it looks like mozzarella cheese in the front, which is so weird.
Are you looking at mine?
Yeah, I'm looking at yours right now. But, I like the subtle changes, and I love the static. I think that's one of the best colorways. That's just my opinion. But, man, I'm just so sick of that silhouette. I'm getting sick of 700s.
I honestly don't think. Here's what I would say with you. You never liked V2s to begin with, to be honest.
Not a whole lot.
Wanted a pair forever, and I think you finally got a pair of either Zebras or something. You finally got a pair.
Zebras.
And you were like, dude, these things hurt my toes all day.
Yeah.
These are the worst shoes. What is the deal with these?
Never.
I don't really like them. I remember that convo we had. And you still continued to buy a couple pairs here and there, but you've never really worn them. You've never really been a wear guy. Like, I think you got the Butters and you got a few things, but I don't think...
Got them, sold them. Got them, sold them.
Yeah, I don't think
Doubled up, sold them.
Yep. You're not a really wear my Yeezys kind of guy. You don't like the way the silhouette looks on you. I don't think you like the way it feels. So, I'm not really in that lane, but I'm with you on being a little tired out.
Yeah.
Being a little fatigued on the
Well,
on the
and it was
V2s.
so hard for me to find the right size. Typically, people go a half up, and I did do that. But that wasn't enough. It was still too narrow. Then I went a full size up. Then I was swimming in the shoe. So kind of going a half up and pulling the insole is probably the most comfortable state that I can find a V2 for me. And that's why I have to do all these things to make a $220 shoe fit.
Right.
It seems stupid to me when I can throw on an Ultra Boost and just ride out in the sunset.
Are you copping on the Foot Locker app? Is that how you're going for the shoe this weekend?
Yeah.
So if you don't get them on there, then what?
So I've got it on the Finish Line app right now. Okay. So I've got a reservation for that. I've got a reservation for the Foot Locker app. If I do not get it on either of those, I will not be getting it. I'm just not going to do anything to get it. If I can't get it on those two resources, I'm not calling in plugs. I'm not asking for help because I don't need it that bad. But I am trying to see it in hand and then make a decision if I want to get rid of it or not. So
I'm going to be in Vegas, so I'm either going to have to go wait in line or I'm going to have to do my Foot Locker thing today for the Foot Locker out there, or
Yeah.
one of them, like
What
in the
could-
Fashion Show Mall or whatever.
What could you do? Just put in a zip code
I think so.
for there? Yeah.
I think so. And then I'm gonna just have to use the bootleg like check-in joint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
So I'm gonna explore that here in a minute.
Okay.
Because I think the Clays are the best pair. I think the True Forms were terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen the Hyperspace in person.
I haven't either.
I've just seen videos and pictures, and they
Yeah.
kind of look, dude. They look so. They look so similar to a cream.
Yeah.
They look so white. Is that what you're seeing too? Did you
Yeah.
see anyone do video reviews on them yet?
Not really, but I haven't really looked hard.
I was gonna
either.
say that's what I said. I haven't seen any full reviews, but I've just seen people on IG like take a little video or whatever. And even then, I don't even know if there's people have real pairs. But to me, they looked the Hyperspace looked the mint was very faint or whatever that green was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very, very faint. So I'm gonna try to get the Clays out in Vegas this weekend. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to. I want to obviously hit some sneaker stores and do some sneaker stuff there, but should be good. Should be fun. What's next up on sneaker wise? The Geodes. You see those?
I did.
You going for them? JJ got a pair.
JJ did not get
Oh
a pair.
yeah, I got 3.
Did you?
He didn't get a pair. Shut up.
the Geodes. That is one of the worst 700s, and I know it's a V2.
I know, dude.
I kind of like the statics, but I'm just not a big fan of the silhouette, the V2 of the silhouette. So that's the hardest part. But this shoe was god awful to me. I just think it looks dog shit. It just does not look good. It does not look appealing. I get how some people with a neutral perspective would like it, but the most neutral guy over here is saying he doesn't like it. Okay,
Right.
Those things are sitting. Kith has a full size run. Essence has a full size run. They're sitting everywhere. Easy cop. I would not even look at those. If I got maybe $40 under retail, I'd maybe cop the Geodes.
Really?
Maybe. That's a $300 shoe, dog.
Yeah,
And
I wouldn't even
and
cop him with that.
dude. And for it to be that god awfully ugly, it's not for me, man.
I think it's for the diehard 700 lovers.
Yeah.
Like the homie Mike Myers here. He loves 700s. He tattoos here at the shop. He asked me, he's like, yo, you copping those? I want them. I want to get them. And I was like, dog, wait.
Yeah.
Don't even go for them, bro. They're going to be sitting all over the place. You might be able to get them under retail at some point.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of weird to think about 700s like that because that's the one Silo that really hasn't. You haven't had a ton of under retail yet.
unless it's the mauve. The mauves.
The mauves, that's right. That's
mauve
mauves.
V1s. Yeah.
Mauves were, yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's the only one.
But I think these would be right there. Same situation.
I do too.
They'll be sitting around. You should be able to get them. There's not a lot of hype on them. Shouldn't be any problem. I think those just the 3M hits on them. That little it bugs me. Bugs me. And the fact that the shoe it's almost all gray except for the peanut butter outsole, which bugs me too because it just feels so plain and feels so dad-like,
Yeah.
dude. I know that's the trend and that's the fashion, but I can't do it. I got to have a little bit of swag, and that's what I can get from the inertias. That's why I like the inertias.
Yeah.
I feel like I can get a little something back from them.
Yeah.
On those, there's no getting anything back.
It's hard to dress those up.
right.
No doubt. No
That's a
doubt.
good way to put it.
So how about this though? So which leads me to my next point. What about Kim Kardashian and Kanye doing the lemonade stand selling Yeezys for a good cause?
I saw that.
What do you know
dude.
about this?
I saw it. I saw that they were doing it. I saw a couple little video clips. I follow the homie Ray Polanco Jr. You follow him?
Mm-mm.
He's a gentleman. It's kind of a sneaker YouTuber, and he's actually affiliated. I think he's sponsored. He has some good connects and some stuff going on.
Okay.
But he was actually out there. I don't know if he got word in advance. I don't know if he got invited, but he was there. He went there.
Okay.
And he got hooked up by Ye. I guess Ye told him his pants were fire and shit.
Oh, nice.
And he
Yeah, because they did their lemonade stand in Calabasas, right?
Yep, that's where he got it.
Yep.
That's where he got it. And he took a bunch of pictures. If you go to his Twitter account, it's at Ray Polanco Jr.
Okay.
It's RayPolanco, Polanco, and then Jr. Jr. He actually has a bunch of photos and stuff and videos that he took at the event, dude, with like Northwest and like
that's dope.
Kim and Kanye, dude, a ton of stuff. And I'm surprised they like allowed him to do all that. I thought it would be more of a closeout thing. It was like he was able to just take whatever videos, he was able to just do whatever.
That's dope.
So yeah, really, really dope, dude. There was no like restrictions or anything on it. So without seeing all this stuff, what was your initial thoughts on it, or what did you think about it?
I was a little worried. So as I read about it, so I initially saw it, right? So then I just read just a snippet of it, and he actually, so the proceeds, first of all, is what I saw, right? That stood out to me for the National Alliance of Mental Illness, which is really cool. charity handpicked by Kanye. So I saw that, which was nice. So a good cause. And then my second thought was very quick to say, holy shit, they're going to do pop-up. Like, what does security look like? How are they not going to get robbed? How did he put these families in this mess of selling his Yeezys? I don't understand for this mental illness. I'm like, this is great, but this is also really shitty. Like, I'm freaking out a little bit, you know? And then I scrolled a little further and I was like, okay, where the hell are these pop-ups?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, Chicago, I'm thinking these big cities, right? It is rural America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rural.
Listen to some of these places. Indianapolis, Indiana, right? Missouri, Texas, Waterloo, Iowa, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Alton, Illinois, Westchester, Ohio, Belle Forge, South Dakota, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Like,
did you know that most of these places existed?
Like, I don't even know of some of these places now.
Right.
I thought of the Dakotas. I thought of Wyoming's, because of where Kanye did his album and some of that. But some of these places made absolutely no sense. And I'm wondering what kind of reconnaissance they maybe did prior to this. Like, dude, let's go to Waterloo, Iowa.
Right.
Because I know nobody knows what Yeezys are down there. So maybe if they see a stand, they're not going to rob. I don't know. What is the thinking behind here? So it was just very weird to me. I liked a lot of it, but I was also weirded out and worried about security in general on something like that.
What I saw, which is, dude, this ties back to the Scott Van Pelt situation.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of people initially just found out where they were. Oh, it's in Calabasas. Oh, it's in, all these locations you just talked about.
Yeah.
And immediately, dude, just Twitter destroying Kanye, talking so much shit.
Really?
Just, oh yeah, because those people need Yeezys. Oh, these are the people that really need. It's like, dude, because you don't understand, you're now tearing down the good work that someone's trying to do, that this family's trying to do. In all actuality,
you're the reason why they're going to these places,
dude. They're trying to. This is not to give away to people less fortunate. This is not a situation where we're out here setting up a Yeezy lemonade stand in the hood to give away to people that can't have shoes. This is not that cause. If you want to have that cause, go have it, bro. This is a cause from people with mental illness. This is for donations. This is people to pay more than those Yeezys are worth. They're coming up giving to charity. They're buying them for charity, dog. You're getting to go stand in line and meet Kanye, meet Kim, and see North and see all these people and give to charity. You're paying more for the shoe. Not necessarily. This is not to give away shoes to the less fortunate or to the poor.
Yeah.
If you want to go do that, go do it. Go set up a lemonade stand in the hood with a bunch of Yeezys and go give them away to the poor people. Have a great time, my guy. But get the fuck out of the comments and stop being so fucking negative.
Yeah.
When people are just trying to do good shit. This is exactly what we just talked about. Yeah. People not knowing what's going on and reacting to it.
Right.
How can you react to something when you don't know?
Yeah.
You don't understand. That obviously leads to a stupid reaction that makes you look like an idiot, doesn't it?
Well, there's so many other things that a logical person can think of too. Like, how cool is this for marketing? How cool is this for a PR thing?
And what
for
we've been
Kanye and
talking
Adidas,
about,
who those same trolls been roasting. Why doesn't Adidas do something cool? Why don't they get on the train? Why don't they get on the hype train? There's nothing more hype than having a Yeezy lemonade stand, okay? For PR reasons, for getting their name, for getting Kanye's name out there. Good or bad, right, wrong, or indifferent, whatever your opinion is, God damn it, it's cool. That's what I think.
All the photos, too, on Ray's page, dude, they look like everyone just looked like they
having
had
a great
so
time.
much fun. Even, dude, Kanye has there's a photo of him with the biggest, that Kanye smile.
Kanye doesn't smile
Dog,
very often. But when he does.
That big Kanye smile, he's got that, and he's got North up on his shoulders, and he's like bouncing her around. He took some photos. Dude, everyone just looks so happy. It looks like such a fun event.
Yeah.
I don't see what the problem is with people living their life, man, just trying to enjoy life and help some people out in the process because they're not the people you wanted helped out. Now you have to talk shit.
Yeah.
Give me a break, dude. Give me a break. Like,
it's a bummer.
It's just the classic, like, your life didn't turn out the way you want it, so you're just going to shit on everyone else's life.
Yeah.
How about you go make your life a little better? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's frustrating to me, dog. It's really frustrating when people don't. When you we're in such a clickbait society. Everyone wants to read the headline, and then all of a sudden you form your whole opinion based off the headline.
Yeah.
How? How, Sway?
Yeah. How, Sway?
Come on, man. How do you do that? How do you form your whole opinion based off of a headline to a story? What substance is that going to have? How is that going to help anyone? How is that going to help anyone else form their opinion? when you're firing off bullshit like that. It doesn't. And that's why the society and social media exists the way it does and the way we have. You just see a bunch of hot take bullshit, all one after one after one after one after another. There's no real well thought out, not to say no, but the lack of really well thought out ideas and people actually reading for information and understanding the substance of what's really happening in a story is going by the wayside.
Right.
And it's super, super frustrating, man. If you guys ever bring any of that stuff in the comments over here, you're going to get flamed. Just read the whole article. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, I'm annoyed, bro. I'm really annoyed by that.
All good. How about this? Next shoe on the block. Have you heard of the size exclusive, the Air Max Lite, inspired by space?
I don't think so.
Check this out, dude. You got to think about this.
Let me
Now,
see.
what makes this crazy is we know Nike themselves as a company is doing something a little different for Air Max Day, right? We don't need to rehash that. They're giving fresh air, donations. That's what they're about this year, right?
Yeah.
That being said, this is actually releasing on Air Max Day, but since it's a size exclusive, the Size Clothing Boutique, teaming up with Nike, it's not Nike necessarily putting it on, but they are releasing a shoe for Air Max Day.
So they say they're not releasing anything Air Max Day. They team up with a different company. This case, it's Size from the UK.
You bet.
Sneaker
They
boutique
find a
over there.
loophole.
And they're dropping a sneaker on Air Max Day, but it's only in the UK.
You got it.
Wow.
So check this out.
All right.
So it's cool. So the Air Max Lite, it looks just like the Air Max 1, right? The cool thing with the whole space concept, they've actually inverted the Nike Air on the tongue and on the back, which is pretty cool to give it more of that spacey,
Giving it that Travis
It's
Scott
out of this
look.
world, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Give that more spacey vibe. But there's a couple pictures. What do you think, man? I'm a sucker for gray and orange, and that's exactly what these
Is
are.
that leather?
There are some leather hits in it. That leather swoosh.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Nice.
It was like reflecting there for a moment.
It's all right. I could see people that really love Air Max being
Yeah.
pumped.
Yeah, I really like this shoe for the Air Max. Now, that being said, the Air Max Lite, I don't know what that means because it looks like the Air Max 1 sole for the most part, but I don't know what they've done different to the light aspect.
Is it like light or light?
I think like weight.
LITE.
Let's see here. It is
I'm seeing LIT or LIGHT.
Oh,
Yeah.
like what? Light. Okay.
Yeah, like light.
Actual
out
light.
like a light.
Yeah, out like a light.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing here. But I like them. I think they look cool. It's not like a shoe that I'm jumping out the window to cop.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not hating on them. I think
Yeah.
they're cool. I could see, like I said, Air Max lovers really loving them. Obviously, I think they probably went with the orange because of size.
Mm-hmm.
Size's color is orange. We
Got
saw
to.
the size NMD that was in a crazy bright orange, which I love that pair.
My third favorite NMD of all time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Super underrated. These have the orange, not such a bright orange. I probably would have been more excited if it was that bright size orange that we got with the NMD.
Totally.
But it's just your normal standard, Halloween orange or pumpkin orange?
I think so, yeah.
whatever you
My
wanna call
alma
it.
mater, Ulysses Tigers.
Alma mater, high school, by the way.
High school, Billy.
High school alma mater.
Yeah, so
Ulysses Tigers.
tab inspired by space exploration and zero gravity. So kind of weird how they just inverted those. But pricing, I didn't see any pricing yet, but I'm sure it's out now. But I didn't look at pricing. I assume it's probably in that 130 to 160 realm. But it is on that Size UK exclusive anyways. And there is a Size UK app, I believe, as well.
Yes, there is.
So-
I used to have that app.
So if you're trying to get them today or tonight, because I think they're 8 hours ahead of us or whatever
Yep.
in the UK. So you actually might be late by the time you hear this tomorrow.
It says it's going to release exclusively via Size stores and through their app or
Through
website.
their app. Nice.
Yep. Same things. I'm seeing pricing to be announced.
Yeah.
But you think they're going to have a crazy resale or no? Because they are UK exclusive and it's on Air Max Day, is all that stuff going to add up or no?
They'll have a little resale, but I don't think crazy. No.
Just a little bit?
Yep.
What's a little bit? 50 over? 100 over at the most?
I think between 80 and 100.
80 and 100. Okay.
80 and 100.
All right.
I think is where you'll probably see on this. But I think there's a little bit of hype just gauging kind of by Twitter. But I don't think people are literally jumping out the window. I think they're like, oh, that's cool.
Right.
But I don't think, I have to have that.
Oh,
Way
that's
different.
a neat one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. But I think it's interesting that the whole thing that they're doing for Air Max Day, the give fresh air, obviously the donations, but yet Nike's still in the game
They're in
somehow.
the game, bro.
They literally
I'm still
found
releasing a shoe.
loophole
No, yeah, they're in
in
the
their
game.
own event.
It's
Like,
not us
really?
doing it. It's Size. Okay.
Yep.
So Yeah, I
what
find
the
this
hell?
interesting.
No,
But aside from that, let's kind of end sneakers and fashion with one thing. Did you see the latest Supreme that we'll be dropping? The latest collab?
No.
This week, man, we are talking the Supreme North Face is back.
Okay.
We are back.
I heard rumors of it.
Shitty.
It's
We
official.
are back.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, week 5.
They're bringing the 80s or 70s or whatever.
Yeah,
back.
I feel like it's closer to the 80s and 90s with the way they look. So you have some of the colors, pastel colors, but they almost look a little bit more, not neon.
That's the ones I saw a couple weeks ago that were going to be rumored.
Yeah.
That were rumored to
Yep.
be. So those are dropping this week, huh?
These are the ones
Yep.
week 5. So obviously on Mondays we never have pricing
It's
yet.
like a Supreme North Face. Is it a bomber? Is it pull over? Or is it a? Oh no, it looks like it's got buttons all the way down.
It's a
So,
button. It's a button.
pro tip here: if there's any
Pro tip.
anything else that isn't North Face on this drop that you want, the likelihood of you getting it is extremely high because no one's gonna give a fuck about anything.
What do you
but
know?
this.
Do we know the accessories yet?
No, this is
See,
the
this
only
is-
thing.
That's
Because
what I'm saying.
remember,
But it's just North Face, dude. Everyone loves it. It's
Yeah.
insane. They
Dude.
literally have a cult following.
Right.
and there is so much hype on this for whatever reason. I mean, I don't have to
And
have
the
it on
shitty part is that these are gonna be $300 hoodies.
hoodies.
Yeah,
Jackets.
like
Jackets.
jackets. My bad.
Yeah.
I think they might even be more.
Oh, we don't have a full price
Okay,
yet.
No, because remember Mondays we never have it.
We never know.
Tuesdays they usually start throwing out pricing.
I know that parka. That's gonna be $500.
Yeah.
Easy.
I'm talking anywhere from $350 to $500 in this collection, just based off the little things that we've seen so far. It's expensive. The only jacket I like colorway out of that, I like that teal one.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of the Charlotte Hornets a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only why.
That's good.
The other one kind of looks like the Bulls.
What do you
I
think's
guess,
the most popular? The red.
I think the red will be most popular. Then I think the teal. Then I think the purple. Then the yellow.
The
What do you
yellow.
think? What do you think, JJ?
The black.
I like the red.
Yellow. And
Oh.
black.
Oh.
The Wu-Tang Bumblebee
I didn't
in
even
the back.
see the yellow one back there. I just saw the black
Oh
one.
yeah, the Wu-Tang yellow back.
And then the black's last or what?
The black might be up there just because it's more wearable. But I think with Supreme, the crazy colors are always what sells
Red
out.
is gonna be gone.
Totally
Red and yellow. Red and yellow. I
Really?
can see it. Yeah.
Red
I
and
think
yellow.
red-
Red and yellow.
Because like in the
red and teal.
past, I could have sworn I've seen yellow and red always being the first to go.
Really? Let's see. All right. So when we gauge when they do the UK selling, you want to do $2 on it? Can you afford $2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
I
Do
said
five if you want.
I
I
said-
said
Oh.
we can wait until we
Five
get
if
the
you
US drop because we're gonna be here.
but then then we have to wait till the next week. But we can look at the UK on Thursday and know what
Okay.
the UK did, and I'm going to say it's red and teal. You got red and yellow?
Yeah.
5.
All right.
Oh, there it is.
Got him.
Oh, whoops, my fault.
No, that's the right one.
That's the right one
that's
for
the
a
right one.
$5 bet.
That's right. I
Some
remember my
bitch
first
shit.
$5 bet.
The bitch shots. I love it.
No doubt.
Sorry, guys.
That's about all I have, man, for sneakers and fashion. You guys have anything else, JJ?
Is the black one there? Is that black coat? Why doesn't it have Supreme in white? Is it black on black? Is Supreme written in black on the front of that?
That one-
No, it's white.
What?
Is it? But it doesn't show
It doesn't
white.
show it on the picture
Oh,
Dallas is
really?
showing me. It shows no.
Yeah.
Maybe it just has a small logo.
No, they
Interesting.
all have big logos. Why would the black one have a
I
small
know. What
logo?
I mean is that it only has that North Face. What I could
What would
see,
make sense to me is all the other ones have the Supreme written in black. That one would have the Supreme written in
It would
black
have
too.
to.
It's just blacked
it
out.
has to have Supreme on it, just
It's
like
just
the other
really,
ones.
really hard to see it.
Yeah.
What are you seeing, JJ? You have your
I'm
microscope
looking at
out?
I'm looking at
You're
photo.
very close to the computer
I
screen.
know.
What are your findings? Tell me. We're curious.
I can't see a
Let us
Supreme
know.
logo.
I don't have it pulled up, but I see your face really close.
All I'm seeing is that North Face on the chest, the Supreme and North Face on the arm, and then the Supreme North Face inside the jacket.
Okay, so
That's all I'm
wait.
seeing.
Before we move on here, fellas, does this change anything with the black hoodie? I mean, the black coat. I'm sorry. If the black coat does not say Supreme across the front, does that make it different? Does that make it worth more or worth less?
Worth less.
Worth less.
Worth less.
But what if it says Supreme blacked out?
I still think it's
it'll
up
be
there.
the last one to go.
I still think
Last.
it's.
I think last too.
I don't know though, but it's very.
Why do you
neutral.
buy Supreme if you can't see where it says Supreme?
You
Yeah.
want to show people
Right.
you have Supreme.
It's true.
That feels weird to me.
Because then you could be the neutral guy like Dallas and stunt gently.
Ah, that's true.
You don't know about a
Too
gentle
bad.
stunt?
No, I don't.
Ski
Okay.
season's
I don't.
almost over. Like this would have
Yeah.
been perfect.
I like to stunt gently.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't even never know if I've ever heard
It's
that.
almost like treading lightly. Same thing.
You're gonna
Stunt
get one of those
gently.
tote bags
Yeah. Tote bags. I don't know, man. Maybe
or duffel bags. My bad.
I'll get a duffel here in the future.
All right, so then So what was the bet again? Clarify for me.
I believe that the red and teal will be the first to sell out and have the most hype. JJ believes the red and yellow.
How are you guys gauging this?
We're
off
gonna
of resale or off of?
Yeah, we're gonna
off of past. Oh,
off of
what do you
past
mean?
sales via the UK, because on Thursday morning it always is released how fast all the items went.
Okay.
So we'll be able to gauge that
Are
before
you
Thursday's drop.
asking how we're basing on what colors we're choosing?
No,
or
no,
just-
no. How are you guys know who the hell's getting paid?
Oh,
The thing
okay.
that matters the most.
Okay.
I don't give a
Okay.
shit how you guys
Okay.
know what colors you're choosing.
Okay.
The UK.
How is the money being made?
The UK on Thursday morning will tell us sellout times.
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys are going off the UK drop.
Yes.
Okay, nothing to do with the US.
Nothing to do with it.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad we clarified this. I would have been so lost. I think the listeners too, but
You're
as
gonna-
long as you guys know what's
Yeah,
going on.
you're going to be way lost because you're in Vegas.
That's
Gives
true.
a shit.
I'm still
You
gonna
might be in
going to be
Vegas
trying to go
too.
for drops.
Huh?
You might be in Vegas too.
Oh yeah, I might be in Vegas too.
Dallas, you're not gonna stop it. You're not going to be in Vegas. That is stop it.
better have a
Watch
spot.
him be.
You better have a spot ready.
You're not going
Yeah.
to Vegas.
Yeah.
You're gonna be chilling in your room. Hear a knock on your door, and who is it gonna be?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Dallas.
Ready to do the cast?
Hey, I'm ready to do the cast, bro.
Oh, jeez. Just hit me with one of those at my door.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Anything more sneakers before we jump into the YouTube comments here?
No, let's get
Gonna
into YouTube.
go.
My computer's dying. Did you notice I'm using a computer today?
I did notice
No
that.
iPad?
Do you
Yep.
want this?
Here, you can use this for JJ's got you under control.
That's the right one. Yeah, I'm
Bam.
using a computer today, so I'm using Robin's. I actually
side right here.
I actually sold
The back.
It's on the side.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
I sold my iPad this past weekend.
Sold it. So you're gonna buy the new one, right?
Yeah.
Is that the old adapter? You need the adapter for it?
I think I need it.
Stringstein.
String Gene, hit me up with the.
He's got the newer one. Is yours newer or older?
Newer, I think.
So you need the adapter too?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm the only one that doesn't have to use the adapter.
Yeah, see, I got the adapter. Now we cooking with grease.
What is that? 14 or 15 MacBook?
15.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I'm on the old joint.
And so here's the good news. I didn't really tell you. Dude, remember the laptop that you sold me?
Yes.
The one that you made all your beats on, all your production, everything.
Yep.
I have it. I'm bringing her back to life.
Really?
I was able to find a battery for it, dude.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I remember when after I gave it to you, the battery like crapped out on
Yeah,
it.
it got all swollen. I took
Yep.
it to Apple Store, and the Apple's like, "Oh, sorry, I'll take it out for you for health concerns and reasons, so it doesn't blow up on you." But sorry, we don't make batteries for that
Right.
anymore. So I was taking L's, and I looked to see if I could find any remanufactured Apple batteries. No luck for that model. I found an aftermarket called Tamrac. Got it from Amazon. Should be here today. Got the 2-day shipping. $60. So I'm going to throw that in. It comes with the screwdrivers because you know how Apple has special screwdrivers, to get into their systems. So I'm bringing back your old baby.
I like it.
Bringing it back to life.
That's
And
what I like to hear.
And that's what I'm going to use until I get a new iPad. Or maybe I'll turn over to computers. Maybe I'll never use an iPad again.
I think that might be the choice.
Yeah.
Well, you were okay
For
with the
long
iPad.
term.
The only reason the iPad become an issue is if we're traveling like this. You're going to need a laptop to wire in and stuff here.
Totally.
I'm going to be wired in where I'm at, or vice versa. Like that's where you're going to need the laptop. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if you feel like you need the laptop after you have to go buy the new iPad after
I
you
have
have the
the
laptop.
laptop.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. You may find maybe a whole new world for you like Aladdin. All right. Let's jump in here. YouTube comments. Dirty DJ is in. Another great cast, guys. Man, that's the first time I've heard of Woodstock.
Oh.
Def have to say the lineup does absolutely nothing for me.
Yep.
I remember watching the 99 lineup and was bummed about that not being there. Or bummed about not being there, sorry.
True.
Hey, just something I was thinking about. You guys ever think about just doing the cast live so it goes up instantly? All right, let's respond to the first. He's saying not that he's heard of. It sounds like he said this is the first time he've heard of Woodstock in general.
The new Woodstock.
But the new one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the first he's heard of a new release because then he just talked about watching the 99 lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not a big festival unless I get a VIP treatment. Being around people is a nightmare to me anymore. It's a pain in my ass. Waiting in lines, being around people.
Yeah. Having butt sweat all up against you and stuff.
Even for sneakers, dog, anything. I'm just like annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm just over it. As far as you guys ever think about doing the cast live so it goes up instantly, we thought about it. I think that's something that we're maybe going to explore with Patreon a little more, but also it limits the quality. The quality on a live feed is awful. It's absolutely terrible. So then when we go to put it up later, we have this video from a shitty live feed.
Yeah.
And then we're doing 2.5 hours. I don't even know if
It all
we're gonna
depends on
are we
how
gonna burn
film
out
it.
the phone? Like there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
We could run a live feed through my camera.
Through yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody's got to shit their pants, it gets really weird.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got to pause it and like go take a poop or something.
Or you say some shit you wish you could cut out.
Right. No, it doesn't really happen. We don't really do too much of that. That's the thing. It wouldn't really be a problem with us going live. We kind of we are pretty much do it live anyway. We just record it and then put it up.
And-
But go ahead.
Quick thing. Speaking of live, Brian the Philly plug just hit me up. Your GIF is coming in tomorrow. So
Whoa.
Oh, cool, man.
Look at that. All right. He's actually next up on the comments. I was just about to
really?
read his, but
Perfect.
just to finish off the live thing too. Also, that's one camera. If you're running live, we have 3 different cameras rolling here in the studio. We have one on me, one on Dallas, one on all 3 of us as a collective, cutting back and forth between those cameras. JJ doing that editing. We'd have to probably have you running a control board or a switch. You'd have to be switching the cameras live. Like we would just need so much
some
more, dog.
interns.
Yeah.
Right. It would if you're doing a live show, it requires so much more than a podcast. Being able to plug in and go, it just does, man. So that's why we have not done that. Not to say it'll never happen, but my whole goal is, I would love to be on a radio show where the shit is live.
Yeah.
People can listen to it on demand if they want to. If they want to consume it live, they can. I can also take callers. I can interact with people live. It's going to be. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're hoping for. We don't want to do a podcast forever, and that's what we want this to evolve into. Just right now, going live with the podcast
Doesn't make sense yet.
It's a lot. It's a lot, man. Brian the Philly plug is in. What up, homies? Must say, JJ stole the show in the thumbnail at the last cast. This tournament has been a great.
Hell yeah.
Where's my intro?
I got to give. Let's.
Let's go.
Hey, by that, and I think somebody talks about it in the comments. What's up with JJ? What's up? Last time.
That's we'll get to it.
This guy's too much.
We'll get to it.
God damn, JJ.
This tournament has been great this year, even though my Villanova got bounced. That Duke game last night was nuts. Zion's stock is all the way up. Dude is just a freak. The NCAA bracket you guys did had a great bracket tournament, I think you meant, that you guys did had a great turnout, great shit. Lastly, not sure if you touched on it today, but what's your thoughts on the Jordan 1 SB? I tweeted you with the Chicago one under the purple and the gold paint. All right, so let's start with the beginning. I think the tournament, I kind of feel a little different, man. I feel like the tournament has been a little bit lackluster as far as upsets. There really hasn't been a ton of Cinderellas. There really hasn't been a ton of upsets. And I went with that in my bracket early on, and I got smoked.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be more upsets than there were based off of last year. And the reason I did that with my bracket is I saw college basketball trending a different direction starting a couple years ago. When this one and done thing happened, and this has been going on more than a few years, but you can really see teams that don't belong and teams that shouldn't be there competing with teams that are there, similar to UCF and Duke.
Yeah.
I simply chose the wrong ones. I chose Belmont. I chose Seton Hall. I chose Iowa State. I chose these teams I thought were going to make deep runs based off their three-point shooting, their three-point efficiency throughout the year, and their ability to not need to go inside to beat the big teams. It didn't work out for me because with any hot three-point shooting team, they come and go. If you have a bad night, it's over for you. If you're not hit, and that's where Duke is so strong. They're going to get taken out if a team has a really, really good night three-point shooting because Duke is not a three-point shooting team. But they always have the power to bang you up and beat you up inside and keep it close until they need to, which is what they did with UCF, and they were able to get the win at the end. Taco fouled out. We talked about it. But I don't know. I feel like it's been a little bit lackluster as far as the upsets and as far as the excitement. Now, it is only week 1.
Sure.
But if you look at the seeds that are left, the lowest is what, a 12 with Oregon? Mm-hmm. That's it.
All I will say is a lot of chalk advancing.
Right, a lot of chalk.
it.
And that's why my bracket did so bad. I went anti-chalk. I went upsets. I tried to go crazy March.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I tried to come in and go be your crazy uncle at the fucking Thanksgiving. Weirding everyone out, and I got killed.
Bringing the fruitcake. For God's sake.
Okay, so the the Jordan 1, the Jordan 1 SBs, he tweeted us. Dude, super sick. Got to have that pair. If you have not seen these fade. They have one of them looks like the right shoe? The right shoe looks like a Chicago 1, but it's got hits of purple and yellow in there as well. And then the other shoe is purple and yellow. It's purple, yellow, and white.
Yep.
So that all rubs off on both shoes and they become fully Chicago ones,
Cool,
right?
Chicago ones, as far as I'm
Similar to that,
concerned.
kind of that Lance Mountain vibe.
Yeah.
I think they're dope as fuck. I'm copping them. I'm going for them.
Yeah. Do you need 3?
I don't need 3 because I think they're going to be very expensive, but I would like to have a pair.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, dude, I love them, man. And you know me, man. I'm still kind of new into the Jordan ones just because they're not as comfortable as what I'm used to. But gosh, damn, are they stylish? And then having kind of the SB in there for skateboarding, which I love. I used to skateboard, dude. And conceptually, like Lance Mountains, I've only had 1 pair ever. And then, of course, I had to sell it because it was worth just stupid money so I could, make some money and buy some other pairs. But, man, the concept is dope. What it turns into is dope. I love my wings pair, my Jordan 1 wings.
Yeah.
And haven't worn them just because they're art to me. This is art. And that's why I love sneakers, man. Because some people like to wear them. I like to wear them as well. But I also like to collect them. But I also think they're forms of art. And this shoe is the epitome of all 3 of those things. So, dude, I got to have 3 pairs.
For sure.
I got to have 3.
Got to have them.
I got to have 1 to stock, 1 to rock, and then another one to just gawk at. How about that? 1 to stock, 1 to rock, 1 to gawk.
Yeah.
How about that? Okay?
You put it together nicely there.
Thanks, man.
Good one. Shout out to Brian the Philly plug. Appreciate you, dog. Yeah. I appreciate all the people that tweet us shoes and put us up on game too. Like I said, I mean, we're doing a million things. We're busy. We don't always know the tightest shit. We don't always know everything about every shoe coming out. So people that help us out, you guys that help us in the comments or put us up on stuff, I always appreciate that.
Yeah.
The homie Juan Delgado is in. Yo, TTF podcast is fire AF. Still making time to listen to y'all tonight after celebrating my birthday. Happy birthday. There you go. Happy birthday, Juan. Much love from Roswell, New Mexico. And fuck all them haters. That can't make time for y'all. Oops. Sorry, auntie. It's all good. She'll understand,
That's
bro.
so cool, man. The people screw with us, man. They listen so intently. That's what's up, man. Happy birthday, dog.
Happy birthday, Juan. Golden Eye is in. Franchise, congratulations on copying the red director's chair. I copped the black, my dog. Dallas copped the red. Well, he needs to cop the red.
Yeah.
He's got to pay resale for the red. I was actually going to keep an eye out in Vegas, see if I can find one at UN or whatever, see if there's a red one. You want to pay the premium.
It'd probably be $500 there.
That's what I was going to say. You
I got
the
pass.
premium price. Do you still think it's going to drop? You still think it's going to go down quite a bit? Once people get them in hand or what?
I think it's going to stand right around 300.
Oh, that's it?
I think 300 to 350. If you get it for 350 right now, I'd buy that in a heartbeat. 400, I think.
Where's it at right now?
Probably between 350 and 4.
Oh, see, it was at 3 right the day it dropped. You should have copped it that day.
No, I should have. If I could find one for 3 right now.
Oh, man, 3 feels so good right about now, huh? 3 seemed high then, and you were waiting for a drop.
I'd cop at 3 for sure.
For anyone that didn't catch the last cast, we already agreed Dallas needs to pay resale for this red chair because this is what we're going to use down the line if we when we start doing Patreon, start doing sneaker reviews and shit. So we're going to be sitting on. So
oh damn, looks like I already got to buy.
What do you mean?
It's $285.
Oh really?
Oh,
I was going to
dude,
say,
buy
what are you
it.
doing?
I'm gonna have to get it.
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna have to get it.
It's
Live on the cast,
Live on the
man.
cast. Some live cops. Maybe you can do some screen recording and JJ can put them in the show.
Need some live cops.
Show everyone your credit card.
We'll edit that in the show. Yeah,
That's so funny.
It is under 300 on StockX right now.
Okay, good.
Dude,
When you said
grab
350 to 4, I was like, damn, it jumped up.
Well, because man, I heard from most consignment shops are still selling between 4 and 450.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
consignment shops, though.
Yeah, fair enough. I can't argue with JJ. He's worked at one.
All right, so you're buying the red chair.
I got to buy the red chair.
Okay. He continues along. Supreme resale has been real tough to gauge this season. It's coming down to quantity versus the hype to maximize resale.
Mm-hmm.
The Wolf Fleece from week 3 is such a huge sleeper. Also, most Supreme stores had about 500 chairs, so prices will most likely drop.
Yep.
Hopefully the prices come down enough for Dal to cop before SneakerCon.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
dude, you're going to need that, bro.
Yeah.
You're going to need that, bro. He continues along. Damn, the new AirPods are such a disappointment. With such mediocre upgrades, Apple shouldn't have released these. Everyone and their grandmother got original AirPods for Christmas, so there wasn't really a demand for another plain white AirPod. I was really hoping for the difference in colors, too. Love the cast, guys. Solid job. Dang, appreciate you, dog.
A lot of good valid points, man. I didn't buy the new AirPods either. I did buy the case. That'll be here Thursday, so we can kind of give a review on that eventually, whether it's this week or next week. But I don't even know if the case is really worth buying. I like to get nerdy because I have wireless chargers.
That's what I said. When you bought the case, I was like, all right.
I'll get the case for sure.
All right.
But I'm not going to spend $2, dog, on some new AirPods. The AirPods 1.5.
I would if they were black. I would if
Yeah,
they were black.
totally.
Easily. They could have my money if they were black.
Totally.
I just can't.
Do I
Killing
need
me.
a faster processor in my AirPods? No, mine are fine.
I think you do.
Do I need the better Siri integration? No.
I
Do I
think
need
you
the
do.
wireless charging? Yes.
I think you do.
That's it.
I think you need all of them.
I don't. I don't. I need the director's
have you
chair.
had any problems with your current AirPods?
No.
Okay.
Because it's
What-
Apple.
say it again.
Because it's Apple. It's not Android, JJ. Apple does not mess around. Okay. Apple does not die. Apple is not problematic. Android is. So
There you go.
there we go.
Johnny
wait-
Boost.
Can't
Go
wait
ahead.
till you get Apple.
Yeah, he's going to.
I
He's
know.
going to.
Eventually.
Johnny Boost is in. Yeah, no Zoom Air in the Adapt BBs. They actually have full-length foam called Cushlon
Ugh.
that the Kyrie 4s have the same stuff.
Just more reason to not buy them.
Some Cushlon. What about that?
I don't need that cush line.
Let's see here. Next one up. WTC Warriors is in. LMAO, watching an old podcast, and I got no ass disease with Dal. I got a pair of the Kith sweatpants, and the ass is so saggy. It's bad. Stay away from the Kith sweatpants, Dal.
Hey, thanks for that, man. I'll take any help I can get. You know what,
No
man?
ass disease.
I
You and
know.
Dal together.
For sure.
Jim.
With my no ass disease, man, for you guys sitting here 2.5 hours, man, I hope you guys are pumped because with no
You know
ass
what will
disease,
help,
I
though?
literally sit on my back for you guys. I do it for the cast.
Do you know what
So you're
will
welcome.
help,
So
though?
fun. I sit on my back.
I sit on my back.
Go ahead.
Take out your wallet, dude. Because it's fucking with your back.
No, I don't have my wallet in.
Oh,
My
really?
wallet's always in the front.
Oh, my bad.
It's messing with his back, JJ. Jeez.
Either way.
You know what's messing with my back? The fact that I'm sitting on my back.
Right. All the
Go
time.
to the
All
gym
the time.
then.
He's probably sitting on his lower like 4 discs.
I'm sitting on my dude. I'm literally
spine's-
sitting on my L9s and my L8s, dude, just crushing.
I don't know all the
them.
proper terminology, but
Me
he's sitting
either.
on something.
Me either, but it sounded pretty good.
Sitting
though.
on something he shouldn't be sitting on.
Sitting on the L9s.
Let's see. JJ's Kicks is in. Shout out to my man with the same name, JJ.
Hell
Solid
yeah.
job, home skillet. Yo, franchise and Dow. What up? Y'all stay up. Peace from the homie Jay. Appreciate you, Jay. He always rocks with us on socials as well. Let's see here. I may have missed it, but where do you guys get your laces from? JJ's suggestion of putting the blue laces in the Spider-Man joints sound fire, and I have yet to lace my ones up. First of all, I got to give you a shot, Chinky Sanchez, because that was not JJ's idea. That was my idea, and I need all the credit. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Wait, what was it for again?
he said the Spider-Man. Remember the Spider-Man ones I had?
Oh, yeah, the
When I
blues.
first got them, I was like, man, if they would have came with a pair of blue laces to match that Nike tongue tab up
Totally.
there. So JJ re-mentioned it in the last cast. He was like, yo, franchise, you ever get those?
And JJ got all the cred.
And then Chinky
Nice.
Sanchez just gave JJ the
Dang.
credit. So yeah, no, it's just fine. JJ can have it.
Take that L on the way out.
That's for me. No big deal. No, I'm just messing with you. So the laces came from Rope Lace Supply. That's where we got them from. But I looked on Slickies. I looked on Rope Lace Supply. I looked on Lace Lab.
Lace Lab.
I was all over the place. I liked the Rope Lace Supply selections there a little bit better. So that's where we went with for what I was looking for. I also wasn't trying to match the OG 700s. There's a lot of sites. Slickies does a really good job. They have a section of extra or replacement 700 laces.
Yeah.
They're the exact same style. They're that oval style lace the 700s come with in a multitude of colors. I don't want that style lace.
Yeah.
I don't like the oval Payless RIP style laces.
You
know
and
what
I
mean?
wanted the flat laces.
Yeah, I want the flat.
Totally.
So I went with the flat. Just depends on what you like, but that's where we got them for, Rope Lace Supply. Let's see. Kyle is in. Oh man, Kyle's got an essay here. Kyle, give me some page breaks, bro. Give me some. This is just one huge paragraph. Give me a couple little
Some paragraphs.
Yeah, drop it into a few things.
Yeah,
here.
can we
Let me
get some
see.
timestamps?
That's so good. All right, another fire podcast as always, homie. Keep it up. I can honestly say I've never missed one. I feel like I'm chilling with the homies when I listen. Sneakers, fashion, sports. What else could we possibly need? I agree with you though. TTF haters are a great thing. They say love and hate are the same thing essentially anyway, right? I don't understand what the bitching about too much to consume. I pop my AirPods in and listen to it while I'm working and while I'm driving. I actually need to ration the cast so I have enough time or enough to last me until Tuesday through Friday, LMAO. So he's basically saying he wants more cast.
Yeah.
Doesn't get enough cast.
Needs more.
Which I've gotten that sentiment from a few different people. Also, wanted to let you know I got the Off-White Apple Watch band. Super fire. So hopefully you got that from the homie Graviel Customs who did mine. It's linked on my IG page, man. I've said it multiple times on the cast. If you're looking to get one of these, he does excellent work. He'll get the size and dimensions of which Apple Watch you have. He'll customize it directly to your Apple Watch. Super, super dope. Reach out to my man on there. I've shouted him out multiple times on my social. I'll link him in the description below. But he says, continues, super fire, good looks on the recommendation, by the way. Also, super off topic, but I figured I'd ask. You always mention you watch your shows, sports, etc. on the iPad and have dropped cable. I'm trying hard to close my cable subscription, but I find there's just too many channels I'd miss out on if I didn't have it. So my question is, what do you guys use for that? And also, do you recommend it? So let me hit on this before I finish out the last bit of his comment. I don't watch everything on my iPad. I actually watch it on my TV, but I have a smart TV, and I also have an Apple TV. So YouTube TV is built into my my TV. There's an app store built into there in my Samsung TV. I can have all that stuff downloaded, which I do. Then I also have an Apple TV for stuff like the March Madness app, things that aren't maybe built into my TV. If you have YouTube TV, that's pretty much everything I watch. I do miss Viceland a little bit. I don't have a Vice, and I also don't have PlayStation Vue or Sling or any of those other services that you have. Yeah. You have some of the other ones, but I only have YouTube TV, and then I'll subscribe to Hulu for the little free trial, the 7 days here and there when I need something, when I want to watch something on there.
A new Gmail?
Yeah, and I'll just cancel it out. So I don't have that consistently because I don't consume enough of that content, and I don't have enough time to really consume a ton of content at the crib anyway. Like, I'm working a lot. I have a relationship. It's mostly, her and I watch the stuff where I'm watching sports. So I would say it's a little scary at first. It's scary to go away from the traditional, the Comcast, all that stuff. I was kind of pushed into it, bro. When my house burned down and I went and lived with my aunt, it kind of was what it was there. And then when I moved into my own place, I had to make that decision. And I decided just to go with internet, not go with the full Comcast package and stuff. But now it's interesting. Comcast just sent me a thing in the mail the other day for an offer that is cheaper than what I'm paying for internet alone. It includes internet, and it also, includes the cable, but no box now. They've gone to what YouTube TV has done. Comcast or Xfinity or whatever, they now have their own app streaming platform. So you can still, so that's another thing I would look into as well, and maybe it'll save you some money. I don't know what channels you're looking for, but you can also get a service with Comcast that allows you just to stream directly their content. They have their own little app or whatever it is. On the letter, it makes it very clear that they sent me, no box required. You don't need to have a box. It's all streaming. Super cool. So it seems like that's the next wave that that's the next direction they're going to try to combat all the cord cutting.
Sure.
Or the cable, people eliminating cable. What would you say with the services you have? You have one of my YouTube accounts, actually.
I do.
That's one thing I'll say about YouTube TV, too. You can have, I think it's 5 or 6 accounts for $40. It's unlimited DVR. You each have your own separate account. You can log in any location. So if you get with a few different fools that have that, you guys are, 4 or 5 of you are paying $10 a month.
Somebody kicks you back some
less
money.
Than 10. I mean, you just charge everyone $10 a month. Now you're making a little money to have cable. Screw your cable. You got your friends. If they can't afford to Venmo you $10 a month, they get access.
Yeah.
You go in with a couple cats. That's what I would do. What do you say, Dal?
Yeah, I would agree. So I've tried all of them. I've even tried like international streaming services, that offer a lot more soccer for you big soccer heads out there. Just different sports packages out there. The two that I have found to work the best for me that have everything that I need and still the most local channels. You would be surprised how many streaming services you can go through that don't offer shit for just local channels, which sucks, right? When it comes to NFL football, you have March Madness starts, any of these big sporting events, man, you got to, the Masters coming up here next month, you've got to have these local channels. And the two best that I have found is YouTube TV and PlayStation Vue, to be honest with you. Sling is missing 2 to 3 local channels because it's all network and based off of your area and region, all this other stuff. That being said, PlayStation Vue and YouTube TV have the most that they can offer at the best price. That's what I would say.
Hulu's pretty good too.
And the Hulu with the whole live sports now. That's what the thing I was going to say. They're promoting. I haven't tried it either, but Goldeneye replied to him kind of in there, and he replied talking about how his big concern is sports. So he's asking us this question coming from an arena where he watches a lot of sports. I would say explore this Hulu thing and then let me know how it is, dog, because I haven't explored that yet, but I know they signed Joel Embiid to strictly promote the sports.
And Damian Lillard.
Oh, yeah, Lillard. Yeah, to strictly promote.
Hulu has live sports.
So I never noticed any issues going to YouTube. The only thing that I've found that I'm missing out on sports-wise because YouTube TV includes every sports channel that I really need, even down to like Big Ten Network and shit, some shit that I need to watch some Michigan games. But occasionally there would be a Michigan game I'd be missing. and occasionally, or not occasionally, more often than not, Nuggets games
Yeah.
because they're on a local channel here called Altitude. So here's what I have to do. I have my TV has a web browser built in. Very simply, I go there, I search in my web browser, Reddit NBA streams. It now pulls up Reddit. The first page, the link I click on in Google, I click on that link, it takes me to Reddit, and it takes me to an NBA streams page. Folks have now set up streams of all the NBA games for that night. I just click on the Nuggets one. I usually use Buff Streams, the Buff Streams link. There's a few different links in there. I use Buff Streams. Boom, it pulls up right on my TV perfectly. I don't have any issues. It never cuts out on me. I'm watching the Nuggets game just like I would be on TV. The only difference I have is I'm probably on a 30-second to maybe a minute delay. So if you're on Twitter, while you're watching sports or something like that, you may get a little, your refresh rate may be a little bit different, Mm-hmm. That's it. Totally. Other than that, I don't notice that I miss much. So if you have a smart TV with a web browser built in and you can use Reddit like that, that's how I watch all my MMA fights before ESPN Plus, before they were starting to be on there because I already had the subscription. I was bootlegging everything, bro. I was bootlegging or all the games, any games that I couldn't see or anything like that, Reddit NBA streams, Reddit MLB streams, Reddit NFL streams. That's how I literally watch any game. I just type in Reddit in the sport, click the first link, takes you to a page where they've streamed every game from that night. Super, super easy. Sorry, I spent a lot on this first question. Let me get into the rest of it. Okay, you always mention never mind, I'm sorry, my fault. Where did this go? Lastly, there it is. Lastly, you guys are talking up Denver so much, I booked a weekend trip there with my woman to come check it out. I like that you said with the woman. That's fire. I'm sure she loves that, Kyle. Maybe, I guess we say lady, huh, with our lady?
Yeah, for sure.
My woman. Or with the woman. He said the woman.
Yeah, it reminds me
so
of that
funny.
old song.
I'm not even hating, bro. It's just funny the way.
Make me feel.
I booked a trip there for the weekend with the woman to come check it out.
It does sound weird.
It sounds funny.
With the woman.
Looking for some good food places to go. Keep doing what you're doing, homies. Oh, yeah, JJ, keep up the good work, and don't forget how lucky you are to have this opportunity and be doing such big things at a young age. Just shows how good of people TTF and Dal are. Stay lugging, bro. Appreciate you, man. Dal, give him some recommendations for restaurants.
Restaurants. Avanti in the Highlands. You want to go to
Ashanti in the Highlands. Check it out. Ja Rule.
Ashanti, no Ja Rule. You want to do Linger, also in the Highlands. Root down.
Cranberries.
Just stay in the
Try the
Highlands,
cranberries
it
at
sounds
Linger.
Yeah, do you have to?
Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger?
I would also do...
JJ doesn't know that one. He's looking at me crazy.
I would also do Root Down. A couple breweries that I would check out is Post Brewing. I would check out Breckenridge Brewery. I would check out some of the places in the Rhino District as well. I'll leave it at that. Good luck.
Good luck. The homie Half Cab is in. Half Cab, where you been, fool? I haven't seen you for a minute. I think you've been catching up on the old content. But he's in for the new one here. Heard you guys talking about the Cap Show when you check out on Supreme. Mm-hmm. If you log into your Supreme, or if you log into your Google Chrome account and then comment on YouTube or an online article, it'll verify you as a real person, therefore bypass the CAPTCHA upon checkout. So you guys should know that. It's a little tip from the homie Half Cab there. Cool. He also continues, JJ, I love you, dog, and enjoy what you bring to the table. But damn, I fucking lose it. When you're trying to make a point or read an article and start to finish and start fishtailing and swerving all over the road, it's a most underrated staple at this point.
I'm trying to improve that. I apologize.
That's hilarious.
And everything.
Yeah, it's super funny. And then he finishes up, if that shirt ain't blue, I'll kiss your ass till you bark like a fox. I think that shirt we were holding up the other day where I was like, does it kind of have a blue tint to it or whatever?
It's cool.
I think so.
It's purple.
I think it's blue.
It's purple.
I think it's blue.
Yeah.
I'm with Half Cab.
Okay. You know what? That's blue. That's a navy blue. Yeah, what I had was purple.
All right.
What you're wearing is blue.
You know what? I still have... No, I don't have it in the backpack. I was going to bring it out again.
The homie Mark Ramirez is in. What up, fellas? Another banger. Cue the gunshot soundbite. Yo, Dal, I personally think you should hold on to the Witherspoons. Not only did he temporarily end his contract with Nike, which is why the price went up, but I feel like the prices won't go down too much if they go down at all. Mm-hmm. I also highly doubt they do a second restock on the shoe. At the end of the day, though, once Sean decides to come back to Nike, the OG colorway will always be the OG. And we all know how much OG colorways cost and sell for. Take the 700s, for example. The highest overall resale value is on the Wave Runner colorway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I agree.
All right. I think great points there by Mark. Appreciate you coming through, my guy. Maddie is in. I'm one of those that don't comment much, but I'm watching a majority of the podcasts. Keep up the great work, guys. Don't get discouraged about the haters. Just keep doing your thing. Appreciate you, dog. I appreciate. Yeah, I don't necessarily get too discouraged, but I want to make sure I'm giving everyone equal equal attention. You know what I mean? That I'm not just skipping over some shit or bypassing some shit that could make the show better or that could make me better.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I'm giving everything fair thought, and that's my biggest concern with it, man. So I appreciate you looking out. Let's see. WTC Warriors is in again. Damn, I should have read these together. My bad. Love the outpouring in the comments, or love the outpouring of love in the comments. Haven't watched the past few weeks because of school and exams and shit, but I know you guys will always be here. Dope. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, there was a lot of love last week. I really appreciated that. Filled up my love tank heavy. Loved you guys for that. Mike the Man is in. This podcast is on the rise, fools. Just keep it 100 like you have been, and the world is yours. Insert the Scarface emoji here. That's tight.
Nice.
I share on Twitter and IG all the time. Been pointing people to the cast. Every other supporter should do the same so we can help people find it sooner rather than later. I, for one, am so pumped that you're on Spotify. Now I can take you to the gym with me and get that Springsteen inspiration. Lift, nutrition, get a full night's sleep, fuck bitches, get money, JK, LOL. For real, though, y'all are killing it. Can't wait for the next one. Bang, Mike the Man.
Yeah.
Coming through hot. Springsteen, actually, you don't get a full night's sleep. You never get a full night's sleep.
I never do.
You come in here, I'm like, JJ, did you get some sleep tonight? I don't know, man.
I've been living off of double shots. This is insane.
He said they just came out with a triple shot.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's like 225 milligrams
You need
of
that.
caffeine.
Yeah, do you see how excited he is?
can.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I
dude,
just
I'm
can't
so
wait.
excited.
It's gonna be the greatest ever.
I need that energy. Come on.
Gee, wow. Shaking the table, shaking the... Are we still live? Did this thing disconnect? Wow, Stringer, calm down there.
Dang, calm your pre-workouts, eh?
Wow, yeah, geez.
Hey.
Mike the Man, don't come so hard in the comments. You're just getting too pumped up
Yeah.
here.
You want me to show emotion? I'll show you emotion.
The homie Joven, is it Joven or Hoven? I can't remember. Damn it.
I don't remember.
I think he
either.
told me too. My bad, dog. I'll take that L.
Take that L on the way out.
Great podcast as always, guys. And the idea about bringing in some weed for people for an episode to toke on and chit chat about marijuana, etc. sounds cool to me. Let's do it, dogs. Sounds cool to me, bro.
Yeah.
The homie Doug is in. Is it Geiger or Gigard?
Ooh, I like Gigar.
Gigard.
See.
Doug Gigard. Doug Geiger. What do you like better? Maybe it's neither of those. Is it Gigar?
Oh,
Is it
I'm gonna go Gigar.
Guigar?
Let's go Gigar.
Guigar, Geigar, Gigar, Geigard.
Gigar.
Gigard.
See.
All right. How much the hell? He said, all right, he comes in. Love the Full House references. He's actually laughing, crying about this. I'm going to give you a little music on this, Doug. Great. And Springsteen have no idea what... It's hilarious when Springsteen has no idea what you're talking about. How much for the dip in it with the Denver flag on it?
It's deep
like
in it. Deep in it. But it's dip in it. That's fine as
He
well.
put dip in it here. How much for the dip in it with the Denver flag on it? I like it.
Is Gagar from Kansas, Oklahoma? Dip in it. I want to put my dip in it. I don't understand.
I'm confused right now, and
Yeah.
I'm distracted by the Full House music's distracting me. So, what do you charge him?
I don't
for
know,
the
man.
deep in it with the flag on it?
Is 20 worth your time? Let me know.
There you go, Doug. And let me know how you pronounce your name, Doug. I guess I could just say Doug,
Yeah.
but your whole name's on there.
I think we said it about 7 ways, so I think one of them had to be right.
I need to get the Hangover soundbite. We got our Doug.
Yeah.
We found our Doug. I'll be your Doug.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that one, Mike Epps. I'll be your Doug.
Doug,
Where she's like,
Doug.
Doug, Doug,
Yeah.
Doug.
I like that one. Yeah.
I wish I had a piano in front of me right now because I learned to play that all at one point.
Did you?
The what is it? How does it? What do tigers dream of When they take a little tiger snooze, do they dream of mauling zebras or Halle Berry in her Catwoman suit? Don't you worry your pretty striped head, we're gonna get you back to Tyson's in her cozy tiger bed. And then we're gonna find a best friend Doug, and then we're gonna give him a best friend hug. Doug, Doug, oh, Doug, Dougie, Dougie, Doug. But if he's been murdered by crystal meth tweakers, then we're shit out of luck. Boom. I need the piano
That's
right
too
now.
good. Yeah.
Man, give myself a shot for that.
Hangover, right?
It's from The Hangover,
Oh,
bro.
that's hilarious.
That is, it would have been better if I would have, dude, if I could just start ripping I don't remember how to play it, but I was going through the motions.
Would you have if you had it in front of you? Maybe a little.
No. I'm not I can play piano enough to get by, and the reason I had to be I was a percussionist, so I had to learn how to play piano for band a little bit, but I was never great. I was never professionally trained. I didn't have piano lessons. I was kind of self-taught, so I knew enough to get by, and I knew enough to start producing beats. And once I started producing beats, the real piano playing kind of fell to the wayside. I'm not like Evan. Mm-hmm. Evan is sick.
Oh,
Evan's legit. He knows what he's doing. I'm Lil Jon. I do enough to get by. I'm horn. So when I learned to play that, it was just like a real bass version because it's very simple chord. It's just dun, 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 just the bass line. You know what I mean? When you're singing along with it, you don't need the lyric portion. That's the hard part to play. The bass line is just power chords. Yeah. Very simple. You know what I mean? So not that talented. I could probably figure it out in 30 minutes if you put me in front of the piano, but I wouldn't. If I just sat down right now, no. If we were all at dinner and there was a piano in the thing, no. I need to be prepared. I'm not that tight.
Yeah.
I'm not that tight at all. Saint Skinner is in. Finally, The Rock has come back to the most underrated podcast. Killing it with the promo. Can't wait to hear what Dow thinks about WrestleMania. Another Firecast. Can't wait for the Patreon and merch.
Nice.
What Dow thinks about WrestleMania, I had to fire a shot there. It's so funny because Dow is not going to give his WrestleMania.
We were going to watch it together, I thought.
Dow, are you really going to know what's going on?
Yeah.
Are you watching now? How do you even know who's fighting? You don't even know the matchups that are being built up. You don't even know the storylines going into it. Do you know Ronda Rousey came out and attacked Dana Brooke last week from the crowd because she's barred. She's suspended right now for beating up Stephanie McMahon. And also, she came out with her real-life husband, Travis Brown, former MMA fighter.
Yeah.
He buckled some fools. You're out the game.
I'm out the game.
You need to get Monday Night Raw going.
Hey, I am going to watch it tonight because Gronk is going to be there. I guarantee it.
Is he?
Gronk is going to make an appearance.
Let me get through these comments and we'll talk about it.
Cool.
We'll talk about it. We're going to talk Gronk. What do we got?
But yeah, I'm out the game.
We're
But
up against it. Dude, we got like 20 minutes left. Damn. In the show. DJ Crush. Yo, Dow, those laces are fire in the inertias. I took the extra pair of laces that came in mine. My Lux Ultra Boost. Remember those joints? He took the cream pair out of his Lux Ultra Boost.
Nice.
He said they are rope plus 3M hits. Super fire, but I'm def feeling the ones you put in. Where did you get them and what were they called? I have the cream color rope lace on the way as well, but I'm def feeling the way the flat laces look. Hook a brother up. There you go.
All right, let's see. So they were from Rope Lace Supply.
But there's a bunch of different cream ones on there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Hold on.
So you find those. I'll move on. Blake P is in. Yo, I sent you guys an email about sending money, the tourney money through PayPal instead of Venmo, but no reply. Damn, did you get the email? I don't have it on this phone.
I think he ended up getting to Venmo.
He's good. Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, damn it. Dow cut it off. We can make an exception if we didn't see the email, but Dow got you. Jay Nasty. Dow, got to have that second shirt, homie. Someone else needs some deep in it.
So which was the second one?
I think the Coexist was the first one, and then
they like the Denver flag one?
The Denver flag joint.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I'm thinking 20 on that.
Okay.
If that's cool. So the rope laces, they were the flat 100% cotton shoe laces. Cream, the 48-inch. That's what they were. That's exactly what the invoice says.
There you go, Crush.
There
you go. Are you talking 20 shipped? What are you talking? I want to be clear with the pricing here so when people hit you up, they know they're ready to go.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, I don't know what shipping would cost. What is
to wear?
Yeah, I mean,
if you're dude, you could send it for $3 to $5 in one of those priority mail. I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
Since you had that shit laying around, I think it should be 20 shipped.
20 shipped.
That makes sense.
Let's
to
do
me.
it.
It was laying around, Dow.
Yeah.
It's not like you were.
You know who else actually got wind of this?
Who?
My business partner, Jevin.
Yes.
Jevin actually, he was sending me snippets of, dude, I saw you show our shirt, man, blah, blah, blah.
That's
he's like,
fun. Oh, he's watching
like,
the cast?
He's like, yeah, he's
Well,
like,
that's
are we
funny.
trying to resurrect this? I said, oh, hold on, guy.
Whoa.
Okay, hold on, guy. But no, he was happy to see that,
He's excited.
Yeah, that our hobby and some of the stuff we put our blood, sweat, and tears in that people liked. And that was cool.
Let's see. You guys see the Apple commercial a while ago? They had a Supreme sticker on a Mac, so people are saying there might be a collab in the future. I didn't see the Apple commercial, but I saw snippets of a bunch of people.
Screenshot.
Yeah, screenshot and taken.
That's what I saw.
Yep. So I didn't know. I didn't know how far to take it. I guess time will tell. The homie Black Prez is in. Somebody tell me how JJ went from the most silent man in podcast history and not even being on camera in episode 1 to hitting us with a wazza at the beginning of episode 53.
It's called having friends that put you in situations that force you to level up in life.
Oh,
man.
Is that a shot for us?
No,
it's a good thing. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a good thing for us. Sorry.
I was like,
that's like a,
Yeah, I didn't
you
mean
never
that
know if
to-
shots are good or bad around here.
yeah.
All right, this is good. We'll take these. We'll take this high school gymnasium
It's
applause.
all about just forcing yourself to level up, and they were just looking out for me, and it worked out. And obviously, I'm not at the place that I want to be. I definitely have a lot more work to put in, speaking wise. But yeah,
You're on the right
Appreciate it.
track. Trying to get better. Appreciate you, Black Prez. I love you, dog. That was funny. Preston Fields is in. TTF them Fab shorts are dope AF. Where did you cop? I got them from the homie FBCC Bay Area on Instagram at FBCC Bay Area. It's Flyboy Couture Club is his clothing brand. It's all custom shit. He does everything custom. He makes everything from the custom shorts you saw to jackets, hoodies, pants, shoes, everything custom. The dude, he does super sick work. It's not cheap. So I'm just letting you know, he's not cheap. I didn't get any hookup. I just paid what the shit cost because I think he does dope work. And to have custom pieces, I think it's worth a little bit more. I know some people aren't into custom shit. I like it. I think he did a great job. So yeah, FBCC Bay Area on Instagram. Let's finish up here. Manuel Myrick, another great one. Appreciate you, dog. And Sam G finishes up. Yo, franchise, I'm going to be in Vegas this weekend too. You should do a meetup at UN. I've had a couple people reach out to me, Sam, talking about meeting up and stuff. I feel weird. I feel super weird setting up my own meet and greets for one. Just being like, hey, come meet me. I'm here. Like everyone come see, I just feel weird as hell. It feels, I don't know. It just feels like not that cool. Feels like I'm putting myself above you guys or I think I'm on a different level than you guys are, which isn't true at all. I don't want you guys to feel like that because I don't feel like that. So I know it's just weird. It's weird to set that up and do it that way. But I'm down to meet up with you in Vegas, dog. I'm down to fucking chop it up, say what's up, go hit the table, lose some money, whatever you want to do. Look at some sneaks. Reach out to me on IG or on Twitter or whatever, DM me, and we can try to link up out there. I will be hitting UN at some point. I don't have any plans to like connect with JC directly or anything. Usually when he's around there, I see him and we connect and we chop it up and it's cool. But I haven't reached out to him yet. I don't even know if he's in town with the new store and all the stuff he's got opening up in New York. So that'll be something we'll have to look at. But I definitely would love to do more meet and greet stuff or meet up with you guys. As far as arranging it, if you guys want to get together, reach out to me. If you're going to be in Vegas this week while I'm going to be in Vegas, we can meet up at a sports book. We can meet wherever. I'm down to meet up with you guys, chop it up, hang out, whatever you guys want to do, man. Reach out to me. But as far as a full-on meet and greet, I don't know. I feel weird about that. I need to get like an agent or a publicist, someone that could just set all my stuff up for me and say, yo, this is what you're going to do at this time. This is how it's working. And I just want to be the guy that shows up. I've told JJ this. I've told you this forever. Like I literally want to show up and just talk. I want to show up and host the show. I want to show up and meet you guys. I don't want to have to do any of the other stuff makes me feel weird, dog. It makes me feel like an egomaniac. I don't know. It just makes me feel weird. It's hard to explain. I'm trying to get better with it, though.
Well, don't worry. I'll head up to Vegas. I'll be with you. We'll hang out. We'll hang out with everybody together.
We'll set up Dallas will set up the meet and greet.
Yeah,
I got no problem doing it.
I'll do it.
That's funny. That is the YouTube comments, as always, brought to you by Pure Spectrum CBD. I saw you got a huge package from them.
I did.
Pure Spectrum.
I did.
Whole care package and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it was sweet, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Been
so
using any of it?
Whenever you guys need some stuff, you let me know.
All right. To be in there. So thank you guys again, as always, YouTube comments. Let's kind of finish up with a few news stories here, man. Let's just throw some music under here. We'll go with some underrated news a little bit. We talked about, we'll just go first with Gronk. Gronk retiring. What do you think about that? Do you think it was the right time? You think he had a little bit more left? What do you think he was feeling?
Yeah, man, I think he's ready to kind of move on. And if we saw last season, he's been injury prone for the last 3 seasons. Last season when he was okay, he just didn't look right.
Right.
He looked heavy out there. He looked like he had lead feet. His mobility wasn't so great. Remember the tackle that he missed, the miracle in Miami?
Yes.
He's just lost a lot of steps, I think. And, go out with a bang, I think anything else, he's just going to wear down his body. He's still young, so he can still do some stuff, a.k.a. maybe some wrestling in his future.
Oh, jeez.
And you might know a little bit more about that. But I will tell you, tonight, Monday Night Raw,
in Boston.
is in Boston
Right.
at the Garden. Don't think that Gronk won't at least be there. Is he going to run down the runway? I don't know. Is he going to be pulled out of the crowd? I don't know. But his last 2 events that he was at, I think he was pulled out of the crowd, right? So I do see some Gronk at Monday Night Raw tonight. So, but yeah, shout outs to Gronk. I think he's going out, before he really, really slows down. I think last year, he's being realistic with his body, with his health, thinking of long term. I think it's a great time for him to get out. He's got a hell of a legacy under Brady, with Edelman. Dude, this is a hell of a great time to get out.
I don't know if he's signing a contract with WWE, but I could see him being there. I think that's a good. I think it's a good call out by you. I think he could be there tonight. It's in Boston. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
His homie's Mojo Rawley, current superstar, WWE. He's actually Mojo's been off TV for a few months, but now last week I just saw him come back on TV, and it looks like they're starting to give him maybe a little bit of a push. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know that Gronk signs a contract with WWE or anything right away, but I do think he is part of Monday Night Raw tonight, and I do think he will be a part of WrestleMania again.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since he's got nothing holding him back now. No restrictions.
Yeah.
He was with the Patriots before, and he was still part of WrestleMania.
I know.
You saw him get pulled out of the front row in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Or in
it was in
Arlington.
Dallas. Yeah, there you go.
Jerry World. Was it that Super Bowl? Was it in Dallas? Or was it in Texas Stadium? 103,000 or whatever, record breaking? I think it was that one.
Yeah.
I think it was that one. So yeah, you saw him get pulled out of the front row there. I'll be interested to see. I'll be tuned in.
Yeah.
Be locked and loaded to see what Gronk's doing. But I think I'm with you. Had to retire.
Had to.
Looking lethargic the past couple seasons. The guy couldn't move. Mm-hmm. He's still a great run blocker. He just couldn't get separation. He did still make a couple really crucial catches down the stretch, notably that one down the sideline in the AFC Championship game to get them the first down that really sealed the victory or got them the go-ahead score.
Yeah.
Huge by Gronk.
And literally his last pass that he caught was right before the end zone, right?
Yes.
From Brady to him.
Yep.
In Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get there, but
I needed
what a career.
Because I had him scoring the first TD, and that would have been perfect.
I know.
Damn it, Gronk.
You had money on the line.
Go retire, you old ass.
No, I hell of a career, dude. I think this is the best way to go out. It's the perfect time to go out. You're going out on top. What more could you want?
Yeah, he would have been a designated blocker, I think, this next season had he
for sure
played. That's it.
Yep, for sure. Moving along. What else we got? Sneakers and underrated news.
Hey, what do you know about Big Baller Brand, dog? Did you hear the latest?
I heard Zoe had some issues with one of the people that was a business partner or was it an accountant?
The co-founder, aka the accountant. This is the individual that kind of ran Big Baller Brand because LeVar actually gave him his credit, saying this guy knows how to do everything. This guy is the smartest guy I ever met, right? So Lonzo Ball oust Big Baller Brand co-founder when $1.5 million allegedly goes missing from his account, from Lonzo's account.
Right.
So Lonzo's accountant found this money being absent, went to Lonzo. Lonzo basically said, well, it looks like it's obviously the co-founder. His name is Alan Foster. So he was credited with inspiring Big Baller Brand. So LeVar had this idea to do this, and Alan Foster is the individual that ended up being a good friend of the family because Lonzo used to hang out with his son as a 7th grader.
Gotcha.
That's where this whole relationship started. That's where this connection was made. Mr. Alan Foster, actually owned 16.3% of the Big Baller company, while Lonzo owns 51%. LeVar Ball owns 16.4%, and then Lonzo's mother, Tina, owns 16.3%.
So the majority shareholder is cutting ties with the company?
Yeah. Crazy.
How does that work?
I don't know how
What
that
ends up
works.
happening to the company? Does the company just fold?
I
or-
would assume it either folds or his shares get divvied out to the remainder, which would be LeVar and Tina.
But doesn't he have to get bought out then? Aren't they buying him out?
I assume
point?
I assume they.
This is interesting.
I don't know how all that's
Wow.
going to play out legality wise, but yeah, the main shareholder is giving up the main stake of the company.
Right.
So so we'll see what happens on that. But
You should go into Shark Tank and see if anyone wants to buy it.
Yeah.
Sell the business.
see if Mark Cuban could make it into something successful.
Dude, I think this is the greatest thing ever for Lonzo because I think he wanted to get out of there. He needed to get out of there.
Yeah.
He knew it was a sinking ship. It wasn't going to go well. He's kind of been the face of all this embarrassment and all this kind of stuff that's been going on with the company while his dad's just like flying the flag loud and proud. And I think it's everything he wanted, dude. He wants to be a part of Nike.
Yeah.
He wants to be a part of what Nike's doing. And I think he wants to just focus on what's going on the court.
Sure.
We're talking about a guy that is still getting his basketball bearings underneath him. Mm-hmm. He hasn't really even done anything in the game yet. Why do you need to start going to merch and going to shoes and going to all this other stuff? Let's get the game down first.
Yeah.
Let's become a star. Let's actually forget a star. Let's become a good player on the team. And we could argue that the Lakers went in the toilet defensively since Lonzo went out and blah, 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 blah. But the guy doesn't have any star power. Who sells shoes? Stars.
Yeah.
What's the point of him making shoes or coming out with shoes if he's not going to be able to sell any shoes?
Right.
Or if everyone's looking at him like a joke.
Yeah.
I think this was the greatest thing ever for him.
I do too. Well, and
Other than losing the money, obviously that sucks.
Sure.
But the whole situation in general, the exit strategy, this is the easiest exit strategy you could want.
Absolutely.
All you have to do, now you don't have to argue with your dad about anything. You don't have to you just say, listen, this is too much.
Yeah, you had a shitty business partner.
Yeah.
Get out of here. So Lonzo did go to his Instagram and he says he has a picture of himself in the background with all the Hall of Fame Lakers jerseys in the background, and it says, "Moving on to bigger and better things, #MyOwnMan." And then, oddly enough, next to his face, there's a quote that says, "It's only a crazy dream until you do it."
Oh, boy.
Which has reference
Oh, boy.
to Nike. So obviously it seems like the choice is clear, the direction he's moving, where he wants to go, where he wants to be, and bye Big Baller Brand.
Bye.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Hit him with some NSYNC.
I can't now.
I need the clips.
That would have been cool.
Damn it.
That would have been tight. Hey, pull up the NSYNC shit before the show.
I'm only one man.
I got a hot take for you.
I'm only one
I
man.
got a hot take on Big
got a hot
Baller Brand.
take.
No, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, that's all I got with that's an interesting story over the weekend.
I think it was the greatest thing ever for him.
Totally.
Greatest. Nikki Bella retiring. She's with Gronk. I didn't even know. You put me up on game.
Yeah.
I had no idea she was even retiring.
Yeah.
Does it say why, or is it medical reasons? I know she had the neck issue.
Yeah, well, it says that she actually announced her wrestling retirement on Total Bellas on her
Okay.
show.
I don't watch the
which
show.
was the season finale. So that's where this was announced, that she's retiring from the wrestling world moving forward. Her last match occurred last fall at WWE Evolution, and she lost.
That was the women's pay-per-view.
To Rousey, obviously, on that.
Yep.
She said during Sunday's episode that she is retiring to concentrate on her own business ventures.
And she's not with Cena anymore, right?
I know.
That whole thing
I
is
think
official, or
and Cena's cried. He's done a lot of things. He went on Good Morning America. Like, I kind of followed that whole thing.
You're like into the reality aspect of it. I'm actually into the show. I know what's going on in wrestling. I don't know what's going on outside of wrestling.
I know. I need to
Fill
change.
me in.
I need to change my shit over. You know.
Yeah.
I need to get on the real shit, not the dumb shit.
Right. Yeah. You're up on the reality show portion.
So
of things.
man. She
I didn't know Cena was crying.
She basically broke it off, and I think they had broken it off a couple times, but the last time she kind of broke it off, and Cena was actually trying to have start a family with Nikki, and that was in talks, and then something happened again. I don't know what exactly that is or was, but literally a few days later, Cena was doing kind of a tour, going on Good Morning America, saying, hey, I'll really miss her. If she ever wants to reconnect, let me know. Just kind of played the victim a little bit, which was interesting to see, because I don't know the whole storyline, but he's madly in love with her, and I think she is more career driven, ready to kind of move on with herself. And I think the family thing, because Cena was pushing hard for the family. That's
so crazy, because it was always the opposite.
Yeah.
Cena was always going career.
Correct.
And it still looks like the same thing, because now his trajectory's taken him into acting. He's no longer really he's not an every week participant in wrestling. Right. He's barely there. I mean, he's probably been on a couple shows this year, maybe. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like only a handful of shows.
He's trying to turn into The Rock.
Yeah, right. So it just feels weird to me that he is now playing this card and she's going the other way. I don't know if that's she was the one that was like, I want a kid. I want to be able to be married. And Cena was like, I've been married before. I'm never getting married again. That was kind of his hard stance. So then last year at WrestleMania, when he proposed to her in front of the whole freaking crowd at WrestleMania, everyone went nuts. And it was just this big smoke screen. But also, I get it, man. You're John Cena. You're put in a pressured position. This is what you should do, maybe not what you want to do. This feels like the next step, maybe not the step you want to take, but it's the inevitable next step. That's tough. It's really tough. And I understand being in a relationship that you feel like you're not fully ready to be invested in, or you won't fully want to take it to the next level. I've been in those relationships before. Mm-hmm. And you just, something inside you knows that this is not right. This is not going to fully work. Something about it is just a little off. And I've been in those relationships in past, and I can see where he's coming from there. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm really curious now. I'm curious if it was her or him, because you're telling me it was her, which is the total opposite of what it always was.
I think the latter part of this was more her,
Interesting.
From what I understand.
And so you've seen that in relationships too. You've probably been in relationships where you've been one way and you've been just like a super dick or whatever, and then the person kind of adjusts to that. So they just kind of like, all right, whatever. They become a dick or whatever. And then now you're like, oh, well, what the fuck? Why are you acting like that? Well, they're acting like that because of what you were giving them. So now you guys are still not on the same level. Now you're trying to be more on the soft, chill level that they're on, and they're on the dick level. You know what I mean? Like they're being an asshole. So, dude, relationships are just tough. That's what it comes down to, bro.
Relationship is nothing more than a revolving door.
It is so hard.
It really
dude.
Is. It's,
every day there's something, every day there's a change. Every day there's something going on that you didn't see coming that you're going to have to battle with or deal with on both sides. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You can literally have the best weekend ever, and then the next morning, forget to do something, forget to say something, forget to...
Whatever.
It's just so crazy.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's nothing more than a revolving door.
And that's why I don't fault the guy. I don't ever fault anyone that ends up getting divorced or some shit that doesn't work out, because I know how hard a relationship is. Not only how hard a relationship is to make it work and to stay together, but to be happy while you're together. A lot of people are together that are not happy, that should not be together.
Yeah. Some do it for comfort.
Right.
Some do it because it's a business decision.
Yeah.
Some do it for the kids. Oh, there's so many different reasons.
Tons of reasons. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know she was retiring. I feel like it's probably more medical. And also she's just not this whole women's revolution that's come through with, Charlotte Flair kind of leading the way. Now Becky Lynch is on top, Ronda Rousey. Like, these are ass beating women. These are real wrestlers. These are not the divas. The women's wrestling in WWE was long considered the laughing stock. I mean, it was the bathroom break. It was the divas division. And the Bellas were kind of on the end of that. They were like on the tail end of what transitioned it from that into wrestling. So they're like 50-50, but they're also looked at as the people that are like, they have this big Hollywood show and they're like the glitz and glamour of it all. They're not really the hardcore action. No. Well, you can look at Nikki Bella's injuries. No, she's broken her neck. She's had neck surgeries. She's had a ton of injuries that tell you otherwise. But no matter what, the fans don't respect the Bellas as real wrestlers like they do Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch, all these other women's wrestlers. They don't respect the Bellas like that. Right. And I'm not saying they should or they shouldn't. I'm just telling you, laying it out how it is. If you don't follow wrestling, that's kind of what it is, man. Yeah. They just are not respected in the locker room like the other women are as wrestlers or performers.
Best diva of all time, wrestling? Sable.
I love Sable. Diva. You put the right word there.
Absolutely.
Not women's wrestler, diva.
Diva.
Yep.
Best in the game.
She was iconic. First to do Playboy from WWE. First to do all that stuff. Yeah.
The best.
The greatest.
I'm still crushing.
Yeah, we were in 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
Still crushing.
You know what I mean? Yeah, of course.
It's like that song. It's just a little crush. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yes, I do know that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a big
Every
crush.
time we touch.
Every time we touch.
Yeah. Cool. Anything more, guys? Anything more? We'll wrap it up on that note, man.
Let's get out of here, man. Are you ready to go to Vegas?
I'm ready to go. Right. I'm ready to try to figure out this podcast situation. I don't know. I hate to leave you guys hanging. I just don't know if we're going to be doing one. If the equipment works, we'll be doing a show. If it doesn't, we'll see you fools on Monday. That's another thing.
Or on Tuesday.
Because
we'll record on Monday.
Right. That's another thing. I get back Monday morning. Mm-hmm. I am leaving like early morning in Vegas because it saved me like $200. I could have left Sunday and it was going to cost me a bunch of money, or I could leave at 6:30 in the morning from Vegas, which I'm fine. Sunday, all my boys are going to be gone. I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to pack all my shit, get a good sleep. Sunday night, be ready to go Monday, fly out of there, do all my research on the plane, land, come in, record the cast with you Monday. That's my goal.
All right.
So we would have a little later. Well, you know what? If I get in here around 9:30 or 10 and we start the cast, we'll be okay.
Okay.
So that's kind of the plan. I should have told you all that before. We should have told this off air. I shouldn't even be talking. We shouldn't even still be recording.
We do it on the air.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm doing a lot of that, which didn't play because I had the sound low.
Take that L on the way out.
So that's another L for me. It's another shot for me. I'm just doing bad here to wrap up the show. Anything more, fellas?
No.
I think that's it. I'll see you in Vegas.
You will not see me in
I'll
Vegas.
see you in Vegas.
I'm curious to see what's going
It's
to
gonna
happen
be hilarious.
this week. Oh
It's
my
gonna be
gosh.
awesome.
Oh my God. I will see you guys in Vegas and we will see you fools Friday.